Previously on NatOne.
Sister Judy reveals her true form, and the fight is on. The team finds themselves battling against impossible odds as a monstrous demon is summoned to lay waste to the entire city. Fortunately, they are not alone. Tristan and Oliver join the fray, as do the local resistance fighters. But even with numbers on their side, they cannot withstand the power of a deity. Until a mysterious figure known only as a Tall One appears, banishing the demon and ending the battle. The Tall One grants the party a strange stone, says nothing, and vanishes. Back in Mithrandain, Linda is congratulated on her accomplishments and offered a full-time position at the Bardic College. She politely declines, in favor of exploring the world. Outside, a new arrival is causing a bit of commotion. Godslayer Cyrilla has finally returned home.
Born from the stories whispered in dead of night. They burn our pages, but we're damned to survive. We flirt with dying, cause the fear tastes like wine. Heathens creep like demons in the moonlight. They hate our morals, we don't play by their rules. We live by a loaded die in this sick game. We're your favorite misfits and we're coming for the glory. Love to hate us cause it's scary that these rejects could be legendary. Come and have a taste, a tiny bite could poison your fate. You should know the brave, they don't fear the grave. We are the natural ones. The freaks are coming for ya. We've come to play, we are the natural ones. Be careful what you wish for. In the devil's game, we are the natural ones.
Cyrilla, known to her friends as Ciri, was not the type of person one would expect to change the world. Ciri was born in the Autumn Kingdom, a bastard child to a poor single mother. She grew up on the streets, helping her mother put food on the table by honing her innate abilities as a sorceress with nimble fingers until one day when she caught the eye of the Thieves' Guild. She joined their ranks and they became her chosen extended family. But fate had grander plans for the young drow. Upon meeting Prince Lachlan of the Autumn Court, Ciri came to learn that her father was once king, and the prince was actually her blood. Traveling alongside her estranged brother and her trusty familiar Dragocat, Ciri went on to become the first legendary hero to harness the power of the Godslayer gems. Chosen by the Vex Gem, Ciri would become the Heart of Fire. It is said she grew so powerful, she could set the oceans and the skies aflame with just a thought. Yet, according to many bards, these fires paled in comparison to the passions Ciri shared with a warrior named Eowyn. The sorceress went to witness the destruction of the Feywild, but her actions would grant the universe a new life. The Feywild as it stands is a direct result of Ciri's wishes, and she has survived in this new world to lead the people of the Autumn Kingdom to prosperity.
Okay, I had not seen that yet.
That was
Me
good.
either. It was
cool.
great. Good job, Jess.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. It's very cool for us to see, I'm sure, our old characters like rehashed like this. It's fun to show you our old game stuff because it gets tied into this pretty often.
The lore.
The lore.
We love lore.
Oh,
Lore galore.
The lore. So, last week we had a departure from our story, we went and saw what happened to
I
Chowder
heard you guys
Charlie.
had a musical time.
Chowder.
It was an excellent musical time.
It was an
I mean,
excellent musical episode. Unexpected. Some say epic and legend. Some say the greatest musical event of all time.
Some say a bottle
Thanks
episode for the
Thanks for that,
ages.
Kim. Okay, then let's jump back in where we left off. I will say that today is something I forgot to do. Here at NatOne, we love to celebrate our failures. If you want to celebrate with us, pour yourself a drink. Anytime we roll a 1, we will be taking that cheers. Let's do it now. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Ice, 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 ice. You looked at me.
I know, I got his.
I know, you buzzed me and I didn't like it.
And I got caught too.
Wait, are you avoiding ice?
Yes. That's why we do it.
So it's always bad luck.
It's
I
kind
don't
of
know why we started doing that.
'Cause it's
I
not
always
one,
you
you
know,
know,
for the
it's-
eyes.
I always try and go out of my way to be like, I'm
Jay
gonna
and
trick
I
you.
are avoiding
I'm
it.
gonna
That's
trick
what
you.
I do too.
Yeah.
Garrett and Michelle are trying to find
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Garrett and Michelle are doing it right.
We really
is
and
an
Jay and I are
established
not.
tradition that we've made. It's they're hiding, and we're like, look at me, look at me.
Well, now that I know that's your agenda, I'm really not going to look at you anymore.
I wonder what this says psychologically about all of us. Anyway,
So,
Probably not much.
so a lot happened in the last 6 or 7 episodes that we often did not have time to role play the repercussions or the even what the fuck was that about. And so I kind of have some helpers to be like, let's talk about when that happened. You guys can be like, oh right, that thing. But
From when? I'm sorry, what?
From the last
the
7
last
weeks
whole
or
Knox
whatever.
fuse, so much has
Everything
happened
together. Okay, got it,
that we
got it.
didn't have time to really
recap.
So we'll get into a lot of that this episode. I want to encourage everyone to try their best to stay in character when we do it, and try to handle all of it in
Instead
first
of being like,
person.
wait, what?
Yeah, as much as we can. But you are, of course, always welcome because some of it's been a while, and I'm sure there is some wait, what did happen? That's always fair to ask.
Wait,
okay.
what?
It's going well.
Great example.
That was a great practice.
Okay, let's get into it.
Is that still from the eggs?
You guys have candy? What's going on?
No, I brought some candy.
Oh, I thought this was from the Easter eggs. I was like, wow, you've had them in here for a long
Piqued
time.
the interest of the girls' table.
That's just what I brought. 'cause
Oh, who is this guy?
Oh, wait, where did you come from? That's
Who is that?
Starf was my character in Chowder Charlie.
Oh, he's
Chowder Charlie Day
cute.
Off.
wait a second.
Look at his face. He looks like he's in like a
It's
frowny
really
face.
cute. She
Can
was,
you share with the class, aka Bianca, since Bianca wasn't here? And
Wait,
Grandma said
what I
you
did on my
sounded
other
like?
computer has not bled over. What's happening?
Hi, I'm Starf. I don't remember it.
I had it done.
Oh yeah, I'm stuffed.
Stuff is
Okay.
dead.
I can
There
in
you
the future
are.
for you anytime you want.
Yeah.
There we
It
are.
was
People don't like it. People don't like it.
Okay. You,
cute.
you don't see Starve. You see this.
We were covering for you, right?
Ah, wink, wink.
Look at how big Drago Cat got.
Huge.
Dragon Cat is gorgeous.
Drago Cat just used to fit on her shoulder, and now she can ride him. Ride her.
But I think,
I know.
Majestic.
that Drago Cat can still transform to fit into the hair on the shoulder.
Cute.
No, I kind of like that she's giant now. She's a
Okay,
giant dragon. Cat dragon.
Oh, she's a what?
From
She's
the
a
sky.
Cat? What's her name
She's a
again?
cat. Drago Cat.
Okay.
She's a cat dragon.
Yeah.
That's what
Okay.
I
But
named my
like she's
dogs.
the size of a giant dragon.
Your
is
dog's
what I
names
mean.
are Dog.
It's
From-
dog and dog too.
From the sky, an enormous gust of wind strikes you as you gaze up in awe at the enormous black dragon landing not too far away. Actually, the more you look at it, the less dragon-like it seems. Instead of scales, it has thick fur. It's longer and thinner than traditional dragons. And then its face, not quite reptilian, rather cat-like. Sitting atop this dragon cat, a robed woman dismounts. The aged drow carries with her a sense of history in her movement. The air around you is crisp with electricity, as you feel as though you are in the presence of someone who has changed the world. Ora, as she is called now by most of the people here, removes her hood and greets her council. Linda, you smile brightly. You rarely get to see her this close. The last remaining Godslayer, Cyrilla, speaks briefly with Miss Pickley and then looks over towards your group. As she does, her body language tightens, as if she is seeing something no one else sees. Cypress, her gaze lands on you, and her face drops. Cyrilla slowly walks towards you and puts a hand on your face, and a single tear escapes her eye. She then releases her grasp and takes a few steps away. Sounds like a lot happened while I was gone. Funny, usually all the bad shit seems to happen when I show up. Seems like you were destined to be here. She glances at all of you, her gaze lasting a little longer than is comfortable.
If I offended you, I'm really sorry. I tend to have a different reaction from people, but thank you, I think.
I kind of lean into him and I go, do you know this woman?
I have no idea. No, I don't.
I haven't seen
I do.
I haven't seen a dragonborn in a very long time.
It's lovely to meet you. I heard awesome things.
Yeah. Please join us in the council chamber. And with that, she turns around and walks into the huge double doors that you guys have now become familiar with, as you've been in there a few times already.
Are any of the paladin people here?
Yes. Alok is here.
Oh, great. Love him. I wanna, as Tristan, I'm gonna walk up to Alok and just ask a question really quick.
Okay.
What was, what's her name again? I'm so sorry.
Wait.
Siri.
Mm-hmm. What, you forgot Siri's name?
No, like, what's her name?
We don't know her name is Cyrilla, right? No one said
Oh,
that. She hasn't introduced
Yeah, she's
herself.
a different name.
Ore.
Ore. Okay. This Ore, where was she? If it was so dire that she'd be here and it was so mysterious that she was gone, where has she been?
Actually, she told very few people where she was. It's all been very secretive. It is unusual for her to leave at all, let alone in such secrecy, but I suspect we may find out.
Do you know if that cat dragon?
Drago cat.
Oh, forgive me.
You got the words backwards.
Of course. Sincere apologies.
And that's like hugely offensive because she's a very famous Draco cat.
A fearsome Drago cat.
Of course. Quite large. Can breach the mists.
Oh, no, not quite. No, she's been on the continent. No, we have not been able to breach the mists since the mists showed up, which was long before I was born.
Same with us as well.
Should we? Oh, sorry. You guys are talking. I walk over. Should we have introduced ourselves to her, or what is the normal protocol to? She seems like a very important figure to you all.
She's not very big on formality.
Okay, so I just want to make sure we didn't offend her by not introducing.
Yeah, like
ourselves.
were we supposed to bow?
Yeah, were we supposed to bow?
Likely,
Oh no.
She's more likely to offend you than the other way around, I think.
Oh, okay.
That sounds like my kind of friend.
I actually have some notes that I took when we visited the library here. Actually, the library here.
I guess I would know who she is because I went to the library too.
I made some bullet points actually. So she's one of the 4 heroes. Here, I'll pass them out to you, and you can see I've made sort of like a mind map that you can follow. You can trace the lineage down. We were dealing with her predecessor. What's the word?
Of who?
Predecessor?
No, descendant.
Did you have a seizure?
There's a lot going on in here.
Oh right, Ricci's her great granddaughter.
Yeah, and so I kind of hand you guys like a brief.
Listen, I'll give you a quick fill in. Follow me into the chambers. I'll just catch you up. I don't know how much your continent knows about the legend of the Godslayers.
I read it. And
You
like,
definitely
Yes,
know
I've
about
definitely
Yeah.
heard
Yeah.
of them.
my mom told me a kid's story once.
All right. Well, it's not a children's story. It's
Linda's very proud of the fact. I know. I know the 4 big legend songs. I can play them all for you right now if you want.
Yeah.
That's okay, Bard.
Oh.
Each song is 17 minutes long.
Yes, they're all 17 minutes long.
Cool.
Yes. I personally think maybe a bit long, too long, but tradition.
Well, you know, you can't cut out the good parts.
So let me catch you up. The history of the Feywild. Surely you've heard of the goddess Titania. Titania gave birth to magic, and with magic came the Feywild, a world manifested from magic where thought and belief are as deadly as steel. Of course you know this, you live here. But Titania had a twin sister who we call the Queen of Air and Darkness. She embodied the opposite of everything Titania stood for. For every joy Titania experienced, her sister experienced pain. For every triumph, the twin felt loss. As such, the two would come to war, and every 1,000 years the Feywild would fall to darkness. 1,000 years later, it would be reclaimed by the light, and so forth and so on for all time. Except the last time, when it did not fall to darkness, because 4 heroes fought through a warring world to find and master godlike artifacts called the Godslayer gems. These gems allowed them to channel the raw elemental energies that flow through the Feywild as abundantly as air. The gems were said to be so powerful they could destroy the world in the hands of someone powerful enough to master them. But in the final hours of the Feywild, the gems were corrupted by the Queen of Air and Darkness. In a final act of heroics, the Godslayers turned the gems on one another, destroying all 4 of the gems and destroying the entirety of the Feywild in the process. In doing so, they killed Titania and her twin. And they freed them from their eternal struggle. In this final moment of clarity, the twin goddesses offered the Godslayers wishes, which they used to piece the Feywild back together.
When you said that they turned the gems on each other, were they enemies?
No, sir. It was the 4 working together, as they realized that their most powerful artifacts had been corrupted by the darkness and could now be used by the Queen of Air and Darkness. She had tethered her own life force to the things that gave them the power that they were using to fight against her. And in doing such, she opened herself up to a weakness. For when she tethered herself to the gems, she gave them one last shot.
And if they were destroyed, then they would destroy her.
And someone with the greed that she possessed could never, ever imagine an act such as destroying the 4 most powerful objects in the universe.
What did that do to the world?
It shattered it. And the world we live in now is a result of Godslayer Cyrilla and the other 3. They gave their final life, their final wishes to reform the world. Cyrilla came, she survived. Stories say that the king of winter, Zizix, also survived, while Locke and Setna chose peace in the afterlife.
I've heard many stories and learned a lot about Cyrilla, and it is an honor to be in her presence.
I must agree with you there. We have nothing but respect for her. She has held this city together since its inception.
I'm a little blown away that this is real right now, so it's pretty cool. But, I mean, you know.
These must seem like fairy tales where you come from.
I was about to say, I feel exactly the same way as you do. I never thought that the stories were literal.
Well, I'm sure most of them have been embellished a little bit. Like, I can't imagine she would have actually met Titania.
According to the books in the library I read, that was all true.
You can't trust everything you get from a book.
What do you mean? You're from a different
reality.
reality.
I don't know. I've heard someone say that before. It's just not true.
No, I believe it. I do
think
think
that
I'm trying new things.
That's crazy.
So,
why not? I didn't even think these people were real until like 10 minutes ago.
That's true.
why don't you 3, everyone buddy Narag, give me a perception roll.
Oh.
Inara, some of this was rather triggering to you.
Would you like a perception from Tristan
Listen,
and Linda?
Wait,
this
what are we rolling?
wild
Perception?
story you just heard
Yeah.
sounds like a myth to you.
It is a myth. I mean, that's...
Oh wait,
I've
no,
got
Tristan.
to stop rolling
wait.
on this
I
side.
know it's not a myth, though. I might
Greg, would you
say.
like a from Tristan and Linda, or just Tristan? Just Tristan.
Whoever you want to include. Also,
Linda's on board. She
Oliver's
gets
also
it.
here.
Oh, Oliver's here?
All right.
Oh, he's quaking in his little boots then, meeting her. Oh,
Oh.
wait, I have to... Oh, sorry, well, I didn't have...
Oh my god,
I
Oliver's
forgot.
probably terrified of this cat
You mean
with
he's-
massive wings.
Quaking
No,
in
I
his
think
talons.
quaking in his... Well, he's wearing boots.
Quaking in his talon
talons
boots.
His talons are quaking in his boots because of... Fuck, I opened the wrong thing, sorry. I'm getting...
Tristan got a 6.
Okay, so,
So he does not
Aramaya, you noticed during this that
There we go.
oh,
I rolled.
Oliver actually
Oh,
seems
sorry.
to
I
have
don't
noticed.
know. I guess I can... yeah, okay. Whatever. Keep going.
Oliver notes that something about this is highly upsetting to Inara.
Oh.
Wait, upsetting.
I feel like, for narrative-wise, Adamaya would know. She knows...
They both got good rolls, so take it to Aramaya.
Oh, okay. So what does everyone start doing? Maybe everyone starts walking to that chamber, and I kind of.
So we're
pull
slowly
back.
walking in, and he's
Okay,
talking
so I
about this
hold-
history. And at some point, when he starts talking about Titania, her eyes get wide. And when he talks about Titania being killed, she kind of like, maybe I don't know. Inara, does she
Inara
stop?
does? You start crying?
Yeah, well,
Not
no,
crying.
I'm not crying. I just...
You can cry. It's okay.
I don't feel the need to cry.
It's
I
okay
just
to
think
feel
it's
feelings.
been
Just
a
kidding.
1,000. So there are massive amounts of volumes
Okay,
in the
wait. So
library.
we've kind of held back and let everyone go.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm like, you okay?
I'm fine. I just think over 1,000 years things can have been embellished.
Okay. Why do you have such a strong reaction to that?
Well, I just think it's a little ridiculous. Is all.
You're like the one person that reads things and like is so fascinated and curious about them and meeting new people. And so, do you want to explain why you have this reaction?
I just think it's ridiculous, and I think that it's fine if somebody wants to claim that they were there then, and maybe she was, and I would love to hear a first-hand account so that we could set all the records straight, because maybe it's been a while and maybe she hasn't done her due diligence.
I mean, her story has been told as a history lesson as a history lesson where I come from.
Well, where I come from, it's myth,
Okay.
and I walk away.
Okay.
Well,
You.
I walk up to Aramaya. What was that? What happened?
I actually don't have any idea.
Where do you come from? Do you have stories of our world?
Like where you come from, where humans come from?
No, where you come from.
Uh-huh.
Do you have stories of the Feywild?
Of course. We've been coming here for centuries.
Do you know anybody who had been here before?
Like personally?
Aye. Are they still alive?
Can I just make this up, Deanne?
Uh,
Or do you want me to answer that?
Whoa, sorry.
The question was, do I know someone personally who was here before in the Feywild?
In the olden times?
Yeah.
I doubt
I mean,
it.
there could be some people that lived that long, but I don't know if you want me to know someone. I don't want to fuck up your thing.
Let's say no.
Okay. No, but it's in our history books, everything that happened with the Godslayers.
Aye.
And she, has been someone, all of them have been people I've looked up to my entire life
Same.
and career.
Same. We would say a prayer to the Four before every difficult mission, difficult journey, every time. I'm speechless being here.
Me too. I'm looking forward to see what she may do now, what she may speak about now.
Oi.
Because she's gonna go in and speak, right?
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to what she has to say.
Oi. Why we're whispering?
Oh, I'm not. We were kind of.
You're talking
I'm
quiet.
not whispering.
It's the-
Oh,
It's
You're
the
talking quieter than normal.
We're so close to each other. We don't need to talk very loudly.
And also,
Guys, I really think we should just maybe go and hear what she has to say.
What's up your butt? And then I walk away.
Let us go. And Linda, listen, I want to walk up to Inara. I know it can be overwhelming sometimes. I felt the same way when I met her for the first time. So, if you need a hand to hold or just a little song, just let me know.
Well, you don't actually believe.
Oh, I want to hear a song. You can sing a song.
Oh yeah. Wait, have we met?
Yes, of course we've met. I'm Oliver. We've
I
met
literally
many
can't think
times.
of
You had a
Elizabeth
journey.
has done with Oliver,
You traveled back from
We have
Noxfuse
met
together.
many times.
Oh yes. No, but we only recently met because we only recently fought together, right?
Linda
Yeah.
and Oliver just recently met.
Yes,
Yes.
but we've met.
Met in
already.
battle.
In battle.
And
Yes.
I've already seen you play.
And
Yes.
then you
Oh,
spent
yeah.
and then you
Very
spent a few days
talented.
traveling together. So we
Yeah.
skipped
I don't
past
know
that.
if you know this, but I come from a long line of first place winners of the two treat winners, athletes. So anyway, that's just to say that
You
Why would you know that?
come from
I'm a hootman.
the Tree Toots?
I'm a hootman. I don't know if you've heard of my family before, but wait, he talks a little bit more like this. I'm a hootman. I don't know if you've heard of my family name before, but yeah, I just come from a long line of them.
Second
Anyway.
floor, section G, third shelf, fifth book on the right. I've read all about you.
Ma'am, you're making me blush. And like he like shakes his feathers out.
And I only want to hang out with Oliver now.
That works well.
That works well. Moving forward, I like that.
Okay, so we'll go inside.
Inside, they are talking, and she puts a hand up as soon as you guys enter. She stares at you once again, extremely intently, for a little long.
At everyone,
Little-
like Oliver
at-
too?
Mm,
Or
yes.
just their main characters?
Yes,
Yeah, everyone?
Also
okay.
at Oliver and Linda.
Okay.
Can
Oh,
I
my- oh
can
my
I
goodness,
see
yeah.
if she's casting something like
Sure. If you
Arcana
want to see if she's
insight?
casting, I guess Arcana, but you could also go with Perception.
okay. Arcana.
She's definitely not casting something, but you sense her eyes kind of permanently glow blue. You sense she sees more than you see.
I see. Okay.
And she sees something.
Okay.
She finishes. Are you aware of the Godslayer stories? Alok. Is it?
I think Alok?
Alok?
Alok? I don't know. Alok? I don't know. Let's go back.
He said it rhymes with awoke at one point.
Oh, yeah, Alok. Yeah, sure.
Alok stands up. He says, "Yes, Godslayer, Cyrilla. I told them everything from the death of the goddesses to the wishes." Cyrilla continues, "Right, but the wishes didn't work." Godslayer Cyrilla sits in the center of the council. On either side, there are 5 seats of white marble. On the other side, 5 seats of black marble. Her seat, a mixture of both. She continues the story. The universe was meant to die, but we brought it back through wishing. But wishes, as I've come to learn, and as I eventually would come to learn, are not everything they're cracked up to be. Wishes are temporary solutions. They do not make problems go away. For the first few decades, everything was like a dream. Those who had come back after the wishes took hold remembered everything that had happened before. We all treated life with such reverence. My brother Lachlan, my dear friend Setna chose eternal rest, but Zizix and I stayed close. I would visit the Winter Kingdom often. I had a low-key addiction to this ice. Quite frankly, I would kill any one of you just for a smell of the stuff. Then the tremors started. Light, few, far between at first, and they grew worse and worse.
From the addiction?
No, the world.
Oh.
The land started to break apart. The world was fracturing. The lines between the universe started to falter. Dimensional creatures, entities started worming their way into our world, things that did not belong here. It felt like the Feywild was ripping apart at the seams. The wishes, they just couldn't hold it together. The leaders of the world met to discuss what could be done. We returned to our respective homes, and then, as if overnight, the mist. It came from nowhere. The next day, we lived in a godless world. All the gods vanished overnight. I tried for years to get through the mist, but it never ends. And the things out there that live in that mist, they scared even me. And trust me, I've been through some very disturbing shit. Portal magic stopped working beyond the edges of the continent. I never saw Zizix again. Using the Godslayer gems left me with an unusually long lifespan compared to most elves, but for a Dragonborn, there's no way he could have survived all these years. I mourned him some time ago. And then you arrive, and apparently you can travel back to your home with seeds, so perhaps the laws of portals have changed. A week ago, I heard a voice in my dreams telling me to search the mountains to the north. Perhaps this was the same day you arrived on our continent. I followed the clues in my dreams. They led me to a strange, hidden cave. Inside, a 20-foot-tall wizard in a black cloak. It was so dark it hurt to look at it. The wizard gave me a small sphere and whispered in my mind that it could connect the world to the outside. There is a moment of silence as both the Shadow of Light, or the Council of Light, and the Council of Shadow grow tense. The last time you were in this room, they were debating the concept of opening this continent. The Council of Light really wanted to move forward with it, but the Council of Shadow felt that it was very dangerous. In situations when the two councils don't agree, the Ora is the one who makes the definitive decision. The Feywild was never meant to be fractured. There are those who blame the mist on me, and perhaps they are right. But I won't be blamed for keeping us here. We expand our continent's reach, and we do it in the morning. Thomas stands. Ora, I beg you reconsider. We do not know what threats this will open to our borders, Ciri responds. Evil does not wait for invitation, Thomas. The world is opening with or without our permission. I'd rather be on top of the wave than wading beneath it. Thomas puffs a bit and nods. Tomorrow at first light, we'll use the item. You've had a long journey back from Noxfuse. I'm sure you're eager for a comfortable night. Please meet me at first light. Until then, have a good evening.
Who's speaking?
That was Cirilla.
Cirilla said that? Okay. When she walks away, I'm like, what is the item?
Does she have a secretary? I could really use a sketch of the tall one and a sketch of the item. The item was given, so she met a tall one.
She met a tall one. I'll just.
And this is where she just was.
This is where she's been for the last week.
Yes. So she met a tall one in a cave who showed her an orb and said that the orb could be used to breach the outside world for the first time in 1,000 years.
Yes, their continent hasn't opened up yet, so you're the first people who have reached them.
Well,
and it seems like as soon as you did, something triggered here.
Okay, so
my first question is, what are we doing with the evening? Is it just retire and have a drink and talk, or is there anything else we want to do in the city?
do you want half of this?
Inara wants. Is there a secretary? Are there like there's the council people,
yeah,
right? But there's got to be like administrative people.
Surely.
So I walk up to the one I like the look of best. The one with the most scrolls.
You walk up to
taking
the
most
villain one.
Diligent notes. No.
Yep. Secret villain.
No, nice one.
And then they slit your throat.
A nice one. Hi, sorry to bother you. I'm Nara. Yes, I'm Nara Larian. So nice to meet you.
So pleasure is all mine.
Such an honor to be near the orator.
Yes, a living history.
Yes. Does she have a secretary, perhaps, or
A secretary.
Yes, someone who
I'm
a
the
record keeper.
I'm the historian. I
Okay.
keep the notes.
Okay. Is there a description of the tall one that I could perhaps write down, and then a description of the orb, just for my own personal notes? I'm something of an archivist myself.
You mean the words that I just heard for the first time 10 seconds ago?
Well, I'm sure you guys are going to try to go get a picture or something for the archives, right?
Where do you come from?
A really big library, the likes of which you have never seen.
Well, it sounds like we'll find out more tomorrow morning. You've been invited.
Yeah, fine.
And then you walk away and she makes eyes with another secretary and the other secretary is like...
And Nara's walking away I know they're looking at each other right now.
I want to go find this wherever Dragocat stays and just go and observe her and because I don't think I've been around such a prolific Dragocat before.
There's no other. You've never seen one before.
Is there no other?
There's no other.
Okay, well then even more so, why I've been around dragons. I'm sure at some point I've seen dragons, but I've never been around Dragocat before.
Okay, so you want to approach.
I don't need to approach her. I just kind of if she's
Okay, but animal handling. I want to get an animal handling roll from you.
I don't even know if I want to go
That's
that close. Okay.
I just want to see.
I'm not trying to pet her.
Totally. I just want to see
what
what energy you're giving off to this creature.
I have 0 to animal handling.
Okay, so.
What did I get?
I
got a 9.
Siri would better keep Dragocat contained, so Dragocat's totally free to reign, to fly around.
Does she hang
but
out
I think
at a
she
certain...
probably has a nest or a spot that's perfect for her.
I kind of just want to take a bottle of wine and just go and just be like, man, that's a dragon cat. That's a dragon and a cat, and that thing is there and that lives and it exists.
The Feywild's a crazy place, man.
Yeah. And I think she just, Adamaya just wants to be like, wow, here we are. Maybe Oliver goes too, since he's into animals.
Oh, well, if that's
Wait,
true, then I definitely need a conversation between Aramaya.
Seen it?
He could definitely turn into a dragon cat, the small version, because that's a pretty low level creature. That's definitely not even critical. That's not even going to be a challenge rating
when
1.
I get older or whatever, when I level up, since I've seen one now.
Yes.
Also, is there a raptor hanging out somewhere? Because I really want to be a raptor.
I think you need challenge rating 2 for raptors.
Yeah, you have to be.
And I am challenge rating 2 now.
No, that's level 6. It's level 6. You're 1 away. Because your challenge rating.
But I'm 1-2 now, right?
As of now, you're 1. So your challenge rating as moon druids is your level divided by 3. So.
No, it says 4th. I'm at 5th level. It says 4th level is CR 1-2. No flying speed. So I can do 1-2.
1-2.
It says it right here on D&D Beyond. I'm not lying. 4th.
1/2.
1/2.
Oh.
Half.
Okay, but so that's it. So that's the normal druid charts. But you're the moon, which
is that before 1 then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like
you cannot turn into a super crazy animal.
For example, a wolf is probably a quarter, a 1/4. A half is probably a brown, a close.
I'm afraid I might have picked something that was not my level previously, so my bad.
No.
Anyway,
you are the path of the moon, and that doubles your level for changing.
Okay, so I probably picked something I could be.
Yes.
Okay.
And when you pick,
I was like, whoops.
Yeah, when you pick Path of the Moon, you start with CR rating 1, as opposed to 1/4, which is what other druids start with.
Okay.
So you're totally fine, but you both of your druid characters unlock CR rating 2 at level 6, which means the next level you get upgrades to your transformation.
But you can turn into a tiny Dragocat.
But
yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say that's a quarter. That's a 1/4 challenge rating.
Big Dragocat.
No, you can't do that yet.
But not yet. But I can eventually.
Okay, that was a long answer.
Yeah, I was like, let's.
And now it's tomorrow.
Let's get off this.
Anyway, so Oliver and Adamaya are watching Dragon.
Well, then we definitely need some of that conversation.
Oh God. Okay. Well, Adamaya goes first by herself, And then and she's been there, and she's like halfway through the bottle, and Oliver comes up, like behind her. I imagine she's like sitting on a log, just like facing Dragocat, and I imagine Dragocat's like on the top of like a mountainous thing or something, and they're kind of just looking up. And he comes over, and he doesn't really say anything, and he sits down, and she like passes the bottle to him, and he takes a swig, and he goes, "Oh, thank you so much." Have you ever seen anything so majestic before?
Oh, well, from where I come from, no, but I've read many books and I've heard many stories about a dragon cat, and she is gorgeous, that's very true.
Yeah. Wow. Be really cool to ride something like that someday and feel like the power underneath your hands as you're steering her through the sky.
Oh, yes. Well, maybe one day, when I've advanced far enough into my studies as a druid, I could maybe give that to you.
Wow. You would do that for me?
Of course, Almaya. We're a team now.
Oh.
Thanks, Oliver.
You're welcome.
And then they watch.
That was the most emotional I've ever seen either of Bianca's characters get, and it was only to herself.
And also the most emotional we've seen Bianca.
Yeah, like
I was literally just feeling like I am seeing Bianca at 9 years old. Right now.
He said he wanted a scene of the two of them, and I delivered, okay?
That was great.
You did.
That was good.
That was great.
Yeah, no, you delivered. You did. Yeah.
That was great.
I
I award you
1,000 billion gold?
1
2 extra spell slots?
inspiration insurance. Which, if your inspiration
insurance?
fails, you can use your inspiration.
Wait, I have a question. Did we
Ooh.
long rest in between the fight and
I don't-
now?
You haven't yet.
Okay.
Oh,
This is
whoa.
the
We
next
must
step.
have,
between
right?
the fight? Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, we did?
You're
Okay,
all.
Well,
great.
because we traveled back.
You had 3
and
days.
We
It took you
stopped
3
to chat
days
with
to
Charlie,
get there.
but there was like
I think
a
we
out to
haven't.
lunch sign.
You're fully rested.
Okay, thank you.
Great.
Absolutely. It's been 3 days since you guys fought.
Thank you, Papa.
Ew. Don't call me that.
Thank you, Daddy.
I didn't say daddy, I said Papa,
Ugh,
which is a little bit...
Okay, what is Cypress? We already did Cypress. What
We
is,
No.
did. It's okay. I'll keep my
what
quiet.
is Cypress up to?
I
What? Oh, is
turn
this
into
your
a rat.
thing?
I climb onto the roof and I let my familiars free, and we camp out on the roof all night.
Aw,
And
familiar party.
It's just that we we wanted some. Cypress needed some alone druid time, and we kind of we might run around a little bit of a forest for a minute, and then we kind of come back to the roof and we sleep under the stars.
There's some other cool little rodents that there's a little rodent bard
Yeah.
that just
And I kinda-
scratches on a
I kind of
tin cup.
grab each one of them and I'm like, oh, I used both of you little fuckers in a battle and none of you evolved. What do I gotta do?
and Gasso just farts a little.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
What is Tristan up to?
Can I do Linda first and then Tristan?
Sure, you can.
So Linda does that thing where she walks after Oliver and maybe Oliver doesn't hear her and she's like, hey, I just was I'll catch up with you later.
oh no!
And then she turns around and maybe go hang out with Cypress, and Cypress is gone, ran away. So she's like,
Oh,
okay.
no.
She's kind of looking around. All of a sudden, the whole hall is empty. She's like, oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Linda, no!
And she goes back to what do we call it? The black ruby, the jade sapphire. What was it called?
Golden stream?
The
golden shower.
the white the
You're
onyx.
right. It was called something like the Black Pearl.
It's called the Florida Special.
Yeah.
Because the Crooked Cauldron was Nox Fuse.
Yeah. It was like the black something, I think.
Oh, I remember.
The black
Yeah.
diamond or
It was the black ruby, the dark ruby.
You made it, Garrett. You
I
invented
did.
it.
It's the golden shower, otherwise known as the Florida Special.
No.
I
It was a
don't
color
remember
and a
that
gem.
for sure.
That's right. I just wanted to say it just a
Anyway,
little louder for the
anyway,
room.
I think it
Linda-
was the Black Ruby or something.
Yeah.
I'm
okay.
looking it-
For
I'm
now, we'll
looking
just
it
call it
up.
the black ruby. So she goes back there, and
What?
the place where she used to work.
Well, yeah, she has to introduce
What are you looking
other
at
acts.
from?
Yes. So she goes actually to her she picks up a shift, and she works because you know what, you just make that you never know who could walk in, life experience.
How does
And,
it feel when she's on stage, knowing she just changed all of Nox Fuse, bought a deity, met the Godslayer, met these new people, had a romance with Sprout.
Mm-hmm.
And now, how does it feel after that week to come back and introduce people on the stage?
She still gets, like, beer spilled on her, ale spilled all over her. She, if she messes up someone's name, that's the thing that she thinks about.
Oh.
Like, that's the thing that, like, sticks in her.
What's weird about that?
Because she's so sweet.
I'm just saying, like she had this, like, epic heroic week, and all she can think about is that she accidentally mispronounced, like, the second act's name. She knew it ended with an ER, and she said it wrong.
Yeah.
And that's, like, her.
And there's one
vibe.
drunk guy in the audience who's like, sing!
Yeah.
Sing!
No, I'm working. I'm not performing.
You are working. Sing!
No, I don't have my golden string yet, so I can't yet. I can't.
Roll for genre. Roll for genre.
I don't know what that means. She like gets out on the ground and like rolls off the stage.
Was that it? Did I do it right?
Yeah.
What is Tristan up to?
Tristan would like to go talk to Alok.
Okay.
Because I, Jason, would just love to clarify what happened with getting kidnapped.
Okay.
Even though Tristan probably does know, but I
Yes.
want to try to find a way to figure out for me, Jason, happened to my kidnapping.
I'm just going to tell you. So you went and spent the day with Alok.
Well, can we do just... I have a question for him.
Okay.
So, okay. I follow him. We go back to the, like, barracks or the...
They're like night training.
Yeah, they're whatever like mini Tudor castle thing that they live in. So you never finished. We never finished discussing the number on our diminution.
Yes.
Have you discovered that if there's a correlation between yours and mine?
I don't believe if ours go down that yours go down.
That was my question.
No, we seem to be separate.
But there is something hunting your kind, correct?
No. What do you mean hunting?
Sorry. Daily, weekly. I noticed that a new. I have a different number every week, weekly. Sometimes it goes down by 1, sometimes 3 or 4. Something in my continent is hunting us.
I'm completely dumbfounded. We have so much respect here. The people would no sooner kill us than attack their own family.
Do you know why your god left you?
We don't believe she left. We believe we're being tested.
Alok, I have to tell you something. Our order on my continent tried to right a great wrong. We conjured the spirit of Azrael to aid us in getting through particularly nasty, necrotic, demonic seal. And my captain was misguided, and we are the ones responsible for what happened to Azrael and why she left.
No mortals could overpower Azrael.
How do you explain what happened to my country? And what's happening to our continent now?
Your order's problems are your own, Tristan.
No, I'm not saying that they should be yours. I'm saying, what's the explanation for it, if not our doing?
I cannot have a stranger come to me and tell me that my way of life is for naught. Our goddess is still with us. And she's still with you, Tristan. You just have to look harder.
I promise you, brother, I shall.
You carry a piece of her with you. Listen to by not by any accident that you were given that axe, Tristan. I think Azrael has plans for you. Now, go on and practice faith.
I walk away and I grab my axe and stare at it, and I try very, very desperately to feel something.
But you don't.
And I put it back over and go lay down for sleep.
Okay.
That's sad.
In the evening, do we reassemble at some point to discuss anything with each other, or do we all go to sleep separately?
I stay on my own. I don't speak for anybody else, but I feel like Cypress is kind of like been around people for weeks on end, or kidnapped, or had his arm chopped off. So I think this is like a nice moment.
Fucking exhausted.
Yeah, this is kind of like a nice moment to be like, I spent most of my life alone, and now these last few weeks, I've had people around me constantly.
Yeah.
So this is a nice, like, no one's trying to kill us. I'm gonna sleep comfortably tonight.
Just when you are like, where are you sleeping? In the room you've been offered?
No, I kind of just like stay on the roof, and I forget I even have a room.
Mm-hmm. As you're like drifting off to sleep, a stone hits you in the forehead.
Oh.
Ouch.
Ouch.
And you look down and you see Thomas looking down. He said, "We had a date tonight."
Wait, what?
You said if you came back home,
You were gonna take him out.
you were gonna take Thomas out.
All right.
Oh my god, you're already playing hard to get.
So I kind of like if this is the roof, and I'm like, well, I guess I didn't die.
Well, I've been looking for you for 2 hours, so I'm about ready to give up.
And then I smelled something.
Is it the BR?
No, it's your familiar.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was gonna die. So.
Is that new to you?
No. It's not the dying. Anyway, let's do a date.
Yes?
We're gonna do the date.
Yes?
Yeah.
I look forward to it.
Are you looking at your dreams right
Let me show you my favorite spot.
I kind of like turn into a fox, and then I like run down the side of the building and like pop up back into me.
As you two are like walking towards his favorite spot, he says, "So, what's it like down there? You know, is this even practical?"
Down where?
Oh, never mind.
You're asking about my dragon dick.
We don't have Dragonborn here. Do you even have one?
Is this even practical? Is this going anywhere, or is this just conversation?
Well, you're never gonna know until you find out.
I'm an adventurous type.
So am I.
I don't like how you're swirling your wine.
Guess why?
You're not here.
I don't like it.
Thomas.
Michelle doesn't like it.
Thomas, where did you get that glass of wine?
I always have one. Okay, let's quickly go down the table and tell me one of the highlights of this date.
The date?
Starting with
Of
Jason.
their date?
All right. He takes you to this restaurant that it like spans a river that runs through the city.
Oh, that's cool.
But the restaurant is built over the top of the river, and it's like with almost like a mage hand style of bridge, so it's like transparent.
That's it.
And all the lights
They
are
put invisibility on the floor.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The floor is invisible over this river, so you're like kind of on top of this river and like having this candlelit dinner, and all the lights you realize are oh shoot, what's that spell? Dancing lights.
Cute.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's nice.
That is nice. Yeah.
You last.
You both order your food and they bring it out, and unfortunately he's allergic to salmons.
Not salmons.
And the dish was dusted on top with salmon's dust. And he starts to have an allergic reaction and his lips get really swollen. But he hasn't noticed. He just feels like a little tingling.
So there I
His
was,
lips are huge.
trying to save all the sheep from the Drago Bear.
And he's like, it's like flapping lips when he talks.
Trying to save all the sheep.
All the sheep. They didn't think I could do it. They said you're too young, but I did do it. He's a little cocky.
After you guys leave the healers building that you've gone to treat his salmon infection, salmon allergy, they've told him that he's not allowed to drink on the herbal tincture that he's on, but you guys split a wineskin as you walk down the canals, you know, because it's like the river part of town. So you guys are splitting a wineskin, and you realize that he A, cannot hold his wine at all normally, and B, the herbs did interact with the wine in a way that made him so slurry. But he had like this whole front up, and instead
And now
he's like, and he's like, do you notice that the puddles are looking like a beautiful mirror? And when I see your face, sometimes I think about a beautiful river. You're just seeing him totally unguarded.
I love it.
Garrett, wrap up this date for us.
We end up at a botanical garden that's kind of just open. It's like it's kind of the way like Central Park is. It's just always open. So we find ourselves like from dinner through the little river walk and then into this garden area, and we're just kind of like talking about life and where he's from, where I'm from, and I'm like, this is interesting. I've never had a date, so, and it's weird, and so I'm trying to be honest, but I don't.
Give me a charisma check.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
This is the.
Why are you gonna ask Garrett to do a charisma check?
Charisma
It's
check.
true. You know what? I'll just
Oh, I want that one so
Wait,
bad.
this is nighttime, right? Oh, well,
I'll do this one.
Do it.
I want that one so
Okay,
bad.
let me see. Charisma, I get a plus. Is this right? Oh, it's both +1. It doesn't matter.
Wait, Garrett.
What?
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, 16.
Here. I've got red dot.
Drunken
Okay.
Thomas
Well, these ones are working, so I'm
leans
nervous now.
in
Yep.
for a kiss.
What?
So drunken Thomas leans in for a kiss.
Oh, herbaceous Tom.
And herbaceous drunken Thomas leans in for a
Herbaceous.
kiss. And
I'm like, and I think to myself like, why the fuck not? I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. It doesn't matter.
fade out.
Oh my god! In the canals, like so somebody's got the leg up and he's got the arm.
No, we're in the garden. We're in the garden.
Oh, you're in the garden.
Oh, they went to the botanical
Same thing,
garden.
but tree.
And
Same thing.
and it just slowly pans out on like a woman watching, and she's like, "Oh,
Is that even practical?
is that even
What is he
Where's
have
he
going
gonna
on
put
down
that?
is that even practical?"
Where's he hoping to put that?
And he's like, I hear my thoughts.
She's like, well, that looks big for an elf, but small for a dragonborn.
So you have off on your date. Where does Linda go tonight? Does she go back to her dorms? You know, where that's where she's been living.
No, I don't think she wants to go back to the college. I think Linda goes to whatever like quarters the
group is in.
group has offered. Yes.
She's certainly welcome.
There's like a common room there.
There is.
And so after her shift, she goes to kind of shower off all the stickiness. She rolled around the floor a lot actually this evening.
Wow.
So just a lot of people kept saying like roll for charisma, and she was like, I don't understand.
Aramaya.
Performance. What?
Yeah.
Aramaya, you reach home and you see Linda in the quarters when you get back after watching Drago Cat with Oliver.
She's sitting by a fire and she's just practicing a certain passage.
Aramaya, a few days ago, you disappeared and you reappeared in the center of a crater possessed by insane powers, after which you fainted. Now, the group never talked about
I
this.
forgot about that.
Yeah, exactly. I figured.
Wait, what?
When I got
Yeah.
the black pearl. Black pearl?
You guys,
Black...
so
Oh yeah, in the field.
you
Yeah.
guys were out. You were walking through that part of the forest you were told not to walk through, where you encountered Mud and Slinger, and you saved Mud from some zombies.
Right, in the mushroom forest.
And then,
And then we got into a field, and it was before
And-
we met the guards.
and Aramaya disappeared.
Yes.
And then Aramaya like bolted down in like a crater in a field and like cleared the area around her, and she was like glowing with energy, like electricity flowing through her veins, purple eyes, very like you're looking at a god kind of thing. And then you tried talking to her, she didn't respond, and then she fainted.
Right.
And then the guards showed up, and you went right into story mode. You never really had time to talk about what had happened. Now, Aramaya, actually, Bianca, what do you remember?
I remember like you mean of the vision?
Yeah, of like what you saw and what you were given and everything.
Inara was like fighting, I think Leia. She was fighting some girl on a tower or something. Someone was attacking us.
There was an army of undead kind of coming in, and Tristan is like fighting off this army.
Oh, he's fighting them off. I thought someone was like had turned on us. And then he had to like do something.
Cypress is like going full exorcist.
Yeah, Cypress is like
He's
floating in the sky with his eyes going crazy.
This is the same. This is the same as the visions from the witch.
Yes,
they're just put together this time in the same moment. But yeah, they are a lot of
like. He was like a bad guy.
It seemed like something was going on with Cypress.
Yeah.
And he references. He says he has to make the choice.
Oh yeah.
And then then Tristan yelled at you to get. You're looking at this. At this bell.
Yeah.
And Tristan shouts at you to get the bell, and you reach for it, and then the world like undoes. That was what you saw. And then after that, what happens?
I was like given a choice of what I wanted, and I picked peace.
Well, you could have looked forward in your future, or you could have looked back to your past to change something, and you looked back.
Oh, I don't remember this. Okay,
Right.
Wait, what?
So you all of a sudden you felt like time unraveled before your eyes.
Yes.
And you could see your entire future stretching before you, or you could see your entire past behind you. And I asked
I asked for the past.
I said, which would Aramaya do?
Remember.
Would she look to see her future, or would she reach back and try to change the past?
She would reach back.
So you went back to the moment where your family was attacked.
Yes.
And you went back to these fields, and you saw this kind of like peaceful people working in the fields as Jurakan appears and invades and like destroys the area. Then you're taken to a treasure chest, which you open, and inside there was a pearl, a black pearl that was glowing. Oh no, that's what happened. You touched the pearl. You were sorry, other way around. You were given the pearl, you touched it, and that's when you felt control over time.
Oh, okay, yes.
And then you tried to look back. You woke up in the field, passed out.
And I've tried to touch it since, and nothing happens.
But you were also, you felt, you never told anything, nothing communicated with you through words, but you felt these instincts that the Feywild was in danger, that you were somehow connected to this story, and that this object should never exist, and that you can never tell anyone about it. So, what have you done since then? And what are you doing?
She got really drunk at a bar and told a lot of people at the bar, but nobody believed her.
She gambled it away.
That's funny.
I really wanted that drug.
You guys, you will not understand. You don't understand what this does.
I wanted that stuffed Drago cat.
Wait, so what are you asking me?
So my first question is, what have you done since then? That was days ago. And you see this prophecy of your friends
What have I done
dying.
about that since then? Not what have I done since then, right?
Yeah, I mean, what have you done with the pearl? Like you were given this great secret, you know?
I put it in I have like a little secret pocket in my armor somewhere. There's just boop in there.
Okay.
And it's been there the whole time.
Now, you, Linda, you were there when this happened. Mm-hmm. You saw her bolt down. I think that it's been itching at you, and you being the polite person, didn't want to be the person to bring it up. But here's a good moment that you're alone with her.
Okay, so I'm just playing and trying to...
I think Oliver walks in behind Anima and is like, well, I'm off to bed. I'm quite tired. And he goes up the stairs.
It's 7:45.
And I put my lyre away. Good night, Oliver.
And he waves a little feathered arm at you.
I have to say I'm a little starstruck.
About Oliver?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, we've read about his people.
About the Owlins?
Yes, and
You've
the
never seen
musical,
an Owlin before?
No. Well, and more so the musical festivals that they hold are renowned. And
Oh, right. We kind of came in at the very end of that. I didn't really get to see anything, so...
You were there for one?
I mean, not entirely.
What happened?
Well, it was a little awkward.
Well, I led an army.
What? Tell
We
me.
led an army of children.
Tell me everything.
led
We
an army
led
of
an army
children
of
to
young
attack.
boys.
Yes,
Mutant
yes.
children.
And then singing children, singing boys,
no, they weren't,
choir?
They weren't singing. They were like more of the vicious, I'm going to attack you type.
Oh, like the material.
No. Like, they murdered
Material.
people. They murdered people. They murdered some
Their
Owlins.
songs.
No,
No?
with knives. And there was a lot of blood. But thankfully, that's been resolved. And from what I hear, they are living in harmony together, the two society, right? Isn't that how we left it? They were like working together?
They
They
were
had-
like working it
They
out.
had a beginning.
They're working
Yeah.
it out,
Yeah.
is what I hear. But yeah, no, I wasn't able to really see. I saw a little performance at the very end, but I was not there for any of the actual competition.
It's very different than the books.
I don't think. Unfortunately, I've not read a lot about the Tree Toots, but
Oh, I can tell you all about them.
oh,
And she
maybe
does.
another time.
No. I shan't. I won't bore you at all tonight. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I just was sitting and watching Dragocap for a long time, and I've never seen one in real life. It was really incredible.
She's beautiful, isn't she? I remember the first time I felt the wind from her wings. I got knocked over in the street.
Oh wow.
Yes, she's very powerful. I was very small.
Oh okay.
Yes,
She
I
looks
wasn't.
very
I wasn't always this woman to love in front of you.
Cut to
I
that.
was tiny.
Cut to that past moment, and like a little tiny Rachel is next to you, and she's like, "So embarrassing."
Yeah. Linda fully like lost her balance next to like an equally or maybe more slim like wizard child who just
And
made
it's
fun of
full,
Linda.
like,
Yeah.
Everyone's like,
Are
They
you for real?
They tricked her
Yeah.
and they were like, she thinks it was the Dragocap.
"She's such a loser."
What assholes!
Anyway,
Children.
that's one of my favorite memories.
I want you to have better friends.
I think I found them.
Good.
Now, I don't want to overstep, seeing as we're new friends, but from that day in the field, are you all right?
Oh, that was a really weird thing that happened.
Does it happen often?
No, nothing like that has ever happened to me before.
That was the first time.
Yeah. I'm fine now, but it's very strange. Yeah, I have more questions now, but hopefully I will find the answers to them eventually.
What did you see?
Should I tell her?
If you want. Now she.
Oh, I can't tell her about the stone. Yeah, about the pearl.
You could, but your instincts tell you that it would be terrible
No,
too.
it would be
So
So there's this pearl. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
Do you want to touch it? I'm just kidding.
But it might be.
Tori!
It might be a great opportunity for you to get it off your chest because she's not part of that vision. She's not part of
Okay,
your
yeah.
core
I
group.
tell basically just to move on. I tell so I saw this.
Yeah,
and I tell
yeah.
her the whole vision.
Okay.
And I leave out the part.
It's like we're holding the
about-
B button down, skip scene, skip
Oh
scene.
yeah,
Exactly.
we can always do that. By the
Skip this
way,
cutscene.
we can always like it's totally in character to say I explain everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I explain the visions, and I stop before the pearl bit.
Okay.
And then I
So
woke
you're
up.
having visions that coincide with Inara's these images and drawings that.
Has she told me about these images and drawings?
Oh, she told you all
remember
about the
I showed
drawings.
I showed you. Remember when I was like,
Oh,
and this girl shows you
She
dead.
But
shared-
did you
yeah.
have all of them?
Yeah, she shared
Okay.
the whole
Yeah,
group.
and the bad guy too.
And I had the bad guy who looked
Okay.
like he was looking
Yeah,
at us. So we
Yeah,
couldn't
and then
do
the
it.
picture caught on fire.
Oh yeah, we tried to find
But
out
she
more
doesn't know that I saw that.
I
Nobody
do.
does. No, I didn't talk to
Oh,
her
no,
about
no,
visions
no.
yet.
No,
Yeah.
I know
so
that
we
you
know
saw the
exactly. We know the first bit of the story, but nobody knows. You've seen a more like thorough version of it.
But she doesn't know I had those visions.
No.
Correct.
Okay, great. No, I haven't yet, and I'll appreciate it if you didn't
Oh, no,
say
of
anything
course, of
until
course.
I have a chance to talk to her.
But this must mean something if at least two of you are having
It must. I just don't know what. I'm very confused. I have more questions now.
There is an old, it was an old washerwoman's song. One of the first songs that we learn in the school. It's a simple, it's like the equivalent of like row, row, row your boat. It's a very simple song. And all it says, the meaning of the song is, when you
wish upon a star.
When you worry that your task at hand is too great, sometimes it's helpful to remember to look around. And what the washerwoman realizes is that she's not the only one in the river by herself. She's surrounded by all of the other women that are with her. And so if you feel lost, just remember that there are other people in the river with you.
Thank you for that. And I definitely feel that. I just haven't, we've been a little busy and I haven't been able to talk to anyone about it yet.
Of course. And also, as soon as this is over, I want to write a great song about it, so you have to tell me more.
Okay, sure.
Great.
I've never had anyone write a song
Inara,
about
are
me.
you coming home tonight? Inara walks in.
Yeah, Inara, I'd like
It's all right.
I'd like Inara to like kind of silently,
Okay.
I push open the door and I close the door and I
And you
come
listen a
in.
bit?
Huh?
And you listen a bit?
Yeah, and I just kind of come in when you're talking about the washerwoman song, and then you guys have the end of the conversation that you just had where you're like, oh yeah, well I'd love to, yeah. And
Is that a line reading?
Yep. And I trudge up, I kind of go up the stairs. Like, I sort of, in my mind, just pictured it as, like, you were kind of on the stairs and you, like, kind of walked back down to talk to her and she was kind of on the ground floor. That's how I pictured that conversation.
Sure.
And so I sort of, like, close the door, I listen.
Hi, Nara!
Oh, hello, Inara.
And
Welcome back.
Well, like, I sort of walk up, like, halfway while you're having the conversation. So you say that I'm, like, halfway up the stairs. I keep going.
Okay.
I sort of just wave at you. I keep going. And Inara goes to the room that she asked for to be by herself.
Wow.
I'm not sharing
You're
with
growing
you.
Up.
And I close the door.
I feel like after you guys got back from Knox Fuse, you were like, we want separate rooms now. And
I
they're like,
didn't tell her.
She
I
always
didn't
comes
tell
into
her.
my room.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
I didn't tell her. I went separately and I asked for a separate room. You guys are now finishing your conversation downstairs and you're laughing at whatever you were just laughing at. And I close the door and I lock it and I take my phylactery out and I go to the bed and I cover myself in my sheets and I curl into a little ball and I hold my phylactery and I just sob. I'm just sobbing to myself. I'm so alone. I'm so upset at everything around me. I am so bothered by everything I've heard. I don't understand what this world is. I don't understand why everyone is the way that they are. I don't know what's going on with Leia. And I don't even want to go home without her. But I don't want to be here anymore. And I just want it all to stop.
as you are sitting there and thinking about all these things, you slowly drift off into a state of meditation. And suddenly you feel like you're awakening elsewhere. You are surrounded by darkness, but facing in front of you is the tall one you encountered earlier. The vines that surround this giant seem to writhe and move. You hear the cracking of wood. From the vines where long sleeves seem to hang, a hand reaches out and offers you an outstretched palm.
What do you want?
No response. As soon as you put your hand out and touch him, you feel a tingling sensation as needle-thin vines grow and spread throughout your bloodstream. Green lines trickle through your eyeballs. You suddenly realize you are standing at the center of 12 tall ones. The vine-covered tall one is illuminated, but you can only see the silhouettes of the other 11. Many appear to be tall, pointy hat-wearing silhouettes, but some are much more bizarre. Some writhe like flame, some are transparent like fog. One seems spherical, another pyramid-shaped. As you try to take in the shapes, your stomach turns when tentacles burst from a black sky. The tentacles devour one of the silhouettes, and as they do, the world around you starts to shake. You hear fracturing like glass splintering all around you. And suddenly you are standing face to face with a face you have seen before.
What?
Nice.
I was like, that, I don't think
Wow.
that is right.
Wow. Katie's self.
You are looking into two aged, weary, gray eyes. They belong to a gaunt, pale face that is partially sunken in, having lost muscle in some sections, revealing patches of bone beneath a few flimsy layers of skin. He seems confused to see you at first by the look on his face, but it's quickly overcome by shock. He reaches out and gently touches your cheek. This, by the way, feels absolutely real. The old man whispers, "Is it really you?" Break.
Oh!
We'll be back after this commercial break.
Who the fuck is this guy?
After these messages, I'll be right back.
You're chained up again with a curse, and the nightmares are trying to eat you. You're annoyed and the screaming is lame. You just wanna make it through. And when all this getting on your case, and you don't see an easy escape, well, I got the answer for you. Just listen to me and I'll tell you. We will bury their charisma. Come on, kill them with your wisdom. European intelligence won't save them from our offense. Kill it with the kiss and burn it with the fireball. Burn it with the fireball. Burn it with the fireball. We're gonna seal it with the kiss and burn it with the fireball.
Hey, I'm Harold the Monkey from Haggling Heralds. You probably know me best from my paw, which granted your wishes, but with ironic and horrifying twists.
My son came back from the dead, but he was a lawyer!
Well, I'm back, and you better believe that I got a deal for you.
What?
It's my foot.
Aw, give me that bomb!
That's right, a genuine monkey foot. My foot plays songs you can't remember. Yes. Then it kills you. Yes. But wait, there's more.
What? Tell him your dick.
It's my left kneecap.
Give me that bomb!
My left kneecap will score you a major hottie. Yum yum diddle please. And then they'll kill you. Yes. We're taking that right to the bonk. Whoa, how do I stay in business? Here's another deal.
What? He's gonna sell you his dick!
No, stop. It's my right ear. Yes. My right ear will make you the greatest artist in the world.
I don't know what that is!
But anyone who looks at your art will kill you. Bonk bonk goose.
Now sell him your dick.
Okay, let's get that guy out of here. I'm gonna buy stuff at
Haggling
Haggling Heralds,
Heralds.
where business is rad because business is me.
Every single hour in the Summer Kingdom, a familiar is beaten or abused. 3,000 familiars were rescued last year, but for hundreds of others, help came too late. Hi, I'm Mara Siglaughlin. Will you cast Spare the Dying for a helpless familiar? Every day, countless magical rabbits, cats, and mini-dragons are abused, beaten, and neglected, and they're crying out for your help. For just 3 Shekners a month, that's only 12 Googlax a day, you'll help rescue familiars from their abusers, provide food, shelter, HP bonuses, and yes, even love. Teleport or send a speed raven with your money order in the next 30 minutes, and you'll receive this beautiful sack tied to a stick for free. Right now, there's a familiar who needs mass cure wounds. Your parchment says, here's an extra D8. Please help. Right now. Is this terrifyingly dark and impressively creepy castle all yours?
Every single evil stone.
But there's no way you can afford all this, Sebastian. I don't believe you.
What?
I know how much money your father left you. You're a liar.
No, it's a lair. Welcome to Larry's Lairs. We've got everything. Dank castles, dank caves, dank basements, and much, much more. You want a lair? Come to Larry's Lairs, where we got the lair for you.
I needed a bog to take the village children so I could drink their blood and steal their souls. Larry's Lairs helped me find the right cottage in my price point to leave their lifeless meat sacks. Thanks, Larry!
Larry found me this waterfall with a cave of bats behind it. I call it my cave of bats. Thanks, Larry.
Bridge, good! Larry, good! At Larry's Lairs, we set you up with all your first-class lair needs. Never be caught in a second-rate lair again. Come on down and tell them Larry sent you.
You're a liar!
No, it's a lair. Larry's Lairs.
Off Woodpath 60 by the Mossy Knoll.
Hey everybody, it's me, Wanda Wonderful from Wanda Wonderful's Wood.
And me, Woody Woodley from Woody Woodley's Wands.
Reminding y'all once again that Woody Woodley sells wands.
And Wanda sells wonderful wood.
No, I'm Wanda Wonderful, and I sell wood, Woodley.
It's Woody, Wandley.
Wanda.
Oh no, that's you. Oh, Goblin's giving us the 30-second sign. We gotta finish or he'll cut us off.
He wouldn't do that, would he?
What?
No, I'm asking you, Woody.
What?
No, I'm trying to ask you. Oh my God, never mind.
Okay, so I'm Woody Woodley and I sell Wanda.
What?
No, wait, can we do this over?
No, this is live.
Oh my God, this is...
Listen, I sell wood, he sells wands, that's it. I feel like we're beating a dead unicorn now.
And the Goblin's giving us the 5-second sign.
Cool. This was definitely worth it. So I'm Wanda Wonderful.
And I'm Woody Woodley.
And I sell wonderful wands.
Wanda, what the
Oh, won't you come and join our subscriber family and see the fun we give out happily? Come get freaky, come get super naughty. We love our subscriber family.
Welcome back!
Hey!
Huzzah! Welcome, Greg!
Yeah!
Okay. We left off
With Jack Skellington.
with this guy touching your cheek and saying, "Is it really you?"
This is old MJ.
Yes, it is. But there's still something about this image.
No, I like it.
I really like
just
it.
mean-
But
I
you're
just
totally
mean-
right. You're totally right.
Yeah.
I honestly couldn't tell you.
At that response, his face changes. It goes from surprised and gentle to angry. And he grabs you by the neck.
Oh, God.
And he lifts you up. Now, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, shit.
I don't like his behavior.
His
at
vibe.
all. I don't like it one bit.
Oh my God, it's on the crack.
It's totally not one.
Cheers!
Oh,
Happy not one!
Oh, no! Oh,
no!
Oh, that was a nice ring.
A nat 1, you say?
Oh no.
I'm gonna give myself my 19 from my portman. I got one more of those, baby, because I'm going to sleep right now.
Yeah! Use them up!
You see this moment play out, in your mind's eye.
Yeah.
And he picks you up.
I feel like it's like doing
And
that.
he completely drains the life out of you. And you see that happen, and life like cuts right back to it, and you put up your defenses, whatever that means.
Really quickly, do you know when you're watching something and like the way that they're doing the drunken flashback is sort of like the waves of things like wom 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 wom, and you see it like happen then 3 times quickly. I feel like that's how I'm seeing the future version of this exactly. You know what I mean? Like that's the state where I'm sort of like
totally.
Yeah.
You take 13 points of damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh my god! Thank God I rerolled.
Owie.
Aramaya, as you like wrap up with your meditation, you start to get pulled out of it by the fact that Inara is convulsing, and you see like blood coming.
We're in a different
But
room.
I'm in a different room and she locked the door.
I specifically locked
You're
the
not
freaking
sleeping
door.
together.
No.
That was a bad idea.
Never mind. That doesn't happen at all.
Like, yeah, I don't even
I'm
know
alone
that I
under
would
my sheets.
What do you want to do?
die.
As far as I'm concerned,
Death.
this is a vision. This is like a vision dream, and I think I'm hurt in my dream.
So I think at this point, the pain you're feeling
Is too real.
It's different because now you have trained at astral projection and things like that. So you've trained at
Somebody's dream. I'm in like I've been shifted into a reality through my sleep.
You've done dream stuff before.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this feels different.
Yeah. So somebody's taken my consciousness and I'm pulled into their reality even though I'm dreaming.
It feels like this is exactly. It feels like you're dealing with another consciousness.
They're dream walking
They're
into
real.
my reality.
This is not part of your dream.
Okay, so I who are you? What do you want? What do you want with me? Who do you think I am?
He says, "Who am I? Who are you?" And he sees, as he grabs you, he sees the blackness seeping into your body, and he tosses you back.
Oh my god.
And he vanishes.
So much
I'm gonna just break this moment and say that if you give me a dark villain who's hurting me but he doesn't really want to hurt me and he's naughty, I'm gonna fall in love with him. I'm just gonna need you to be
most real.
very careful here.
Oh my god.
Because right now Inara's like, oh my god, you don't want to hurt me.
Meanwhile,
Oh my god.
That sounds.
Oh my god.
That sounds like therapy.
I know. I'm
I
like,
read
okay.
a lot of books.
meanwhile.
I can fix him.
Hey, let me meanwhile.
Sorry.
The dark elf jolts awake from his meditation. He is sitting cross-legged in a small pond, nude with his upper chest above the water. His eyes fade from a glowing purple to the aged, weary gray. He stays still for a while, contemplating what he just experienced. Then he stands. As he does, the world around him bends into a rather cozy cottage. It's clean and minimal, nothing extraordinary about it. To some, it might seem peaceful. To others, it would appear lonely. The elderly man grabs a cloth and dries himself before adorning a simple robe. He walks past a rather plain-looking mirror on the wall, but his reflection does not reflect him in any way, and it calls out, "Who is she?" The withered, gaunt man stops and sighs. The reflection continues, "Come on, old man. Let's put the new powers to use." You almost drained her without even trying. Alistair turns, irritated. "I'm not in this to hunt children." The reflection darkens. "Oh, did you think they'd be spared when it all tears apart? That's rich, Alistair." "It doesn't matter. They won't feel a thing, and I can finally free this land from the curse of its past. I just need to find the others." "It's her. She's connected to them. She must be. Why else the vision?" Alistair is silent. He turns and steps away from the mirror, lost in thought. The reflection calls out after him, "Oh, sure, talk later. Somebody's in a mood today." You awaken, and you are dripping with blood.
Wait, can we get an explanation of who that was?
I don't think so. I don't
Oh,
think
we've never
so.
heard of this person before?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I forgot.
This is the vision of the guy you saw who burned. You guys.
No, he was the paper.
He's the paper guy.
He's the paper that we tried to investigate.
Oh.
He's the painting. This is the
Oh.
painting of the guy that we...
This is the stranger who ate the tall one in one of those...
This is the stranger who ate the
final
tall one.
This is the stranger who ate
And now
the
we
tall
know
one.
his name. So I wake up. I'm panting. I'm bleeding. I'm sweating. I feel different.
I feel like I've just been through something.
And I grab my little...
This dude.
It's that
yes,
dude.
same guy.
Great.
Oh, there's my... I knew it.
Yeah, they're all in the thing.
I knew I had that image, and I was like, I couldn't find it.
And then when Judy got fancier, I made that guy for you.
Okay, we have some better images.
Okay.
But I like this dude that you have.
Yeah, I like him too.
He's scary.
So I grab my notebook. I as a divination person write my dreams down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I take my dream journal, if you will, and I write down Alistair seems to recognize me, half in one world, half out another, half in this world, half in a different world. Stronger than he thinks, maybe not all bad. And then a little bit of my blood drips onto the page, and I wipe it, and it's a smear. And then I close it and I go back to sleep.
Boy.
We awaken. Tell me some other dreams. What do the others dream?
I love you so much.
What do the others dream of?
Oh yeah, wait. Do the players know that he ate a tall one?
No.
Actually,
No.
can I?
So that's a
players.
metagame.
The
Or
players
the
know.
characters.
But the characters have
so
no
we
idea.
don't know. I have no idea.
That's right.
That's the first time, aside from that portrait, I've seen him.
Nor did the characters, nor did Inara watch this scene that just unfolded.
No, not the second part.
Right.
Not the second
Exactly.
part. I came out of the dream when he pushed me away.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's players only that know anything else about this guy.
Okay.
Or that his name is Alistair.
So this is our first interaction, period, as
With
characters with this person.
The portrait burning
That's
was
correct.
the first
Oh, yeah,
interaction.
you're right.
And then now this is the second one, and it's only me right now.
You're right.
Can I before the next morning or before I?
To my room?
Yeah.
I Hello?
It's just it's Cypress.
Hi.
Hey. I'm not really good at feelings, but you alright, little person?
Yeah, I'm totally fine. I actually feel like this is a really great learning experience for me.
Let's not cry the whole way. And I kind of kind of do one of these into the room. And I'm like, yeah. This is. Didn't know this was it. What's I know I give you a hard time
I know.
about your enthusiasm, but it's energizing for the group. But I noticed you're a little emotionally affected in a way that feels different, and you're quite younger than the rest of us, so I know how it feels, and if you tell anyone I have feelings, I'll deny it. But yeah, so you okay?
I thank you. You smell a little bit like ale.
Well, yeah, but we're also in a bar.
Yeah.
So that'd be silly for me not to have a pint before I come say hello.
Yeah, thank you for coming up. I really appreciate it. Do you actually mind helping me with this? And I gesture to kind of wherever I'm bleeding. What is it, like a cut or something?
So
Or is it like a
it's
like an ear bleed?
actually necrotic damage. So it was like the life force was sucked out. Maybe the muscle has like, it almost would have like rotted.
So I think I say to him, like, I think I have, like, a cut or something on my forehead.
Jesus Christ.
I had a really bad dream, and I think I hit my head or something. Or
Someone
actually, I'm
reach
pretty
into
sure.
your head?
Yeah, it's a little
I'm
mushy.
Pretty sure.
So I heal her up.
Goes
Just
right
heal
away.
her up.
What time is it?
Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
Well, if he's awake, then it's been a full night. So now it's like...
Well, no. This is before bedtime.
Oh, before
because
bed.
I went down at like 8.
Okay.
I was like probably crying for like 2 hours, and it was like 10 p.m. And then all the, you
Like,
know what I mean? Like I think
yeah.
this happened like.
You had a long day. You had 4 hours.
Yeah, like it's like 11:30.
It's like 2 a.m. now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I woke up from after the date and I like took a little nap on the roof and I come back down and I'm like, oh, and then I think like that was weird and I just do like I like have a pint.
You're checking on me before you go to bed.
I'm kind of like walking
Okay,
past and
I
I
got
hear
you.
like little quiet muffled sob and I know it's been hard. She's being different than normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like,
yeah, maybe you hear her like stumble awake and she's like bleeding. And
I
like,
probably
breathing.
cried out.
Yeah.
well, it's like hard. Yeah, like normally I know she's more resilient emotionally to like the jabs and taunts that I would give her, and she's seemed more sensitive than normal. So I was like, well, I don't want her to feel bad. I just want her to keep on. You keep on with the excitement that usually pisses me off.
I really appreciate you saying that and thank you for healing. What was that? A cut?
It looked pretty gnarly.
Okay, so bad cut.
What?
It's gnarly.
Maybe.
Okay.
Is what?
It was gnarly.
It looks like someone came into your room and bashed you with death
Okay.
into the face.
I guess I should. I did just have a vision. I think I'll tell everyone about it. I'll tell you about it in the morning, but thank you for coming in here. I really appreciate it. And
Oh, you all right, little bug?
no.
You want to talk about it?
You lived alone, right? For a
Yeah.
long time?
Up until about when did we start this?
Like a week ago?
Well, there you go.
I don't really know how long we've been together.
How long have you been together? Yeah, I would say you've been together over a month at this point.
Okay.
Most of your
6
like
weeks.
yeah, like say about 6
Okay.
weeks. Like you spent over a week here in the Autumn
Yeah,
Kingdom
yeah.
for sure.
To put it in perspective, the last 6 weeks is the most interaction I've had talking to people in the most of my life.
Okay. Where I come from, there isn't any violence, and there really isn't this like horrible hopelessness and like illness
Yeah.
and poverty and boomsticks and blood
Boomsticks are new to me too.
and money and mercenary. There's just none of this. And then we get to a place that is just, I mean, I don't think we use blasphemous anymore because we recognize like everybody comes from everywhere, right? There's so many worlds and that's why you have all those portals, but it's like the one thing that you know is everyone here is wrong about the one thing that you know. And so it's just like no one's gonna listen to you, and that's fine. But I just sometimes I can't. I wonder. I just don't know. I am having a hard time.
So, what do you mean, everyone?
Cypress, give me an intelligence check.
Sure.
Or an insight check if your wisdom is better.
Was intelligence or insight? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Great.
Hey, go hey.
Wow, that's with a 26. Gosh, you can just about read her perfectly right now. You haven't talked too much about her past.
Yeah.
And something about the mention of Titania.
I was going to go there.
And I think specifically the death of Titania has really triggered Inara.
Yeah.
And she's been acting bizarre ever since.
Yep. So I noticed earlier that mind you, I'm not religious, so I don't really have a stake in this part.
Sure.
So believe what you want to believe.
I'm not...
It won't leave the room if you don't like it.
Okay.
Alright? That's okay.
Okay.
You can say whatever you want.
Okay.
And I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Because I believe the gods left me for dead. So I don't care. But why did Titania make you mad?
Well, Titania doesn't make me mad. It's the idea that there is somebody who 1,000 years ago is trying to say that she is gone, she passed.
Why? We all die.
Well, no, we don't.
Well, I'm gonna.
No, you're just going to be turned into a different form of matter and used somewhere else in the universe. We know that. We've, studied it a bunch.
Cool.
But it's just a deity on Titania's level.
Yeah.
Is not a deity... There's, a whole pantheon, right?
Give me the Cliff Notes.
Yeah, I don't know who Cliff is, but...
The smaller version of what you're about to do.
Okay.
What's this thing?
Titania too big. No die.
So you think... That's nice. See, this is how we meet in the middle. I haven't had a friend before, but it seems like you're getting it.
Yeah, not able.
So you think she can't die?
I mean, I know.
You know, have you talked to her?
Okay, you don't have to be rude about it.
I'm not rude. I'm just asking for a simple, did you talk to her? And that's how you know she's not dead.
You know what?
It's
Personally, no.
That's
but
okay.
she moves my world and my reality every single day.
Cool.
The existence of her and the shape of her and the reality that she is in every universe, this universe, and all the multi-universi
Sure.
shapes who
So
I
you're
am.
mad because everyone here thinks she's dead.
Yes!
And where you from,
Yes.
she's not dead.
Ever.
And you know, that's just perspective. But either way, we're all fine, and you can believe what you want to believe, and I don't give a shit. And neither do they. So if you want to believe that, good on you. But in this place that you're not from, believes the thing, let's not start a fight, because we just got done with one.
I'm not trying to start a fight.
Then you're doing good.
You came to my door.
I know. I'm just, as a friend, telling you, they're going to believe a history their people experienced. And if they believe their god is dead, and that god wants to present themselves as not dead, then that god will choose to do it.
I think that's sort of, we've hit the frail in the shed right there.
And I don't believe in any of it, because whoever's in charge killed my family and had me shuffled away in a forest as a baby for most of my life. So I believe it's all a crock of shit.
I just think it's one thing when you have perhaps a minor deity like Tristan's, who could actually be wiped out.
Yeah.
You know? And it's something that does happen. I mean, deities swallow other deities. They gain renown. Worshipping is part of what is one of the multitude of ways that deities become larger.
What if another deity swallowed Titania?
Okay, if you're gonna insult me, I don't really need you here right now.
It's hypothetical.
Okay, thank you for phrasing it in a way that I can understand.
I think your perspective is okay. They believe Titania's dead. You believe she's alive. I think it's all a bunch of stories.
I agree. I think that they probably have had to come to terms with the fact that she has abandoned them. And
Sure.
I know that
is the truth. So you know for a fact that she abandoned them instead of her being dead. So
You're right.
She faked her death.
You're right.
In your eyes.
You're right.
She faked her death.
You're right.
But what if they find out the things you know and they still think she's dead?
Well, I'm not going to tell them.
Then I don't think that's our place. It's like, if I'm an alien, I don't land on another planet and I tell them they're wrong.
What's an alien?
It's like another thing.
It's like a species?
Sure.
Well, I've never heard of the aliens, but I do think you're right. I mean, I'm not going to start a fight.
I didn't think you would.
But it's really hard.
I think you
Hey, some of us are trying to sleep. Hey, please keep it down.
Sorry. stayed by myself tonight. I don't think I can do it again.
Just retcon.
From down the hall.
Some of us are trying to meditate.
From down the hall.
Oh yeah, someone's trying to meditate.
Linda, who was not making any noise, goes, "Sorry."
Okay, well, thank you, Cypress. I really appreciate it. And
just don't get so emotionally affected by what other people believe. Believe what you want to believe and move on.
Yeah, I think that
Okay,
I
good night.
really appreciate the sentiment.
It was really okay. Good. Okay.
And that was so nice of you.
And then I'm like...
And I, like, lock the door, and I'm like, everybody on this fucking plane is an idiot!
You totally hear. Everyone hears it. Yeah. And Linda shouts,
"What?"
I just thought you go, "I'm sorry."
And then I do my telepathic message to her. I'm like, well, fuck you too then.
Well, you got to something, but you didn't get to the root of it. But there's definitely some story there that you're starting to pry at. Okay, the rest of the night. Anyone want to throw their dreams at me? They can just be
I dreamt
one-liners.
that a really hot guy had me by the neck, right? And he held me up.
Yeah, you saw that.
And then
guy.
he like realized he was hurting me. And he was like, "Oh my
God.
god, I could never do that to you." And I was like, "No, you didn't mean to."
But weirdly, his name was Cliff. Linda dreams that she finds she's on stage and she's about to perform at the Black Ruby, and her lyre is gone. She can't find it. Gone,
So
gone,
she has
gone.
to tell the truth, or
No. And she's looking around, and under this like pile of rags, she like lifts it up and she finds this like gold gilt like onyx lyre. She doesn't know what it is, and she picks it up, and as she's about ready to play it, she wakes up.
Okay, I like that.
Tristan tosses and turns all night and doesn't dream, which he's happy about.
Okay. Yes, he is.
But he does get a more restless sleep.
We don't talk about it too often anymore, but Tristan is still having that same old nightmare.
Yes, but so he's glad for the reprieve, but he doesn't sleep very well.
Right. Yeah, how is Tristan doing? Tristan has been, just in his head, Tristan has been held captive for a while and kind of tortured. How's he respond to all that?
I think because of his training, that the torture is probably something he's conditioned against.
Probably.
So mentally, like his fortitude's probably all right.
Okay.
But while he was captive, his number dropped a couple more notches.
I forgot where I think we ended up on, was it like 43 or was it like 34?
Let's say 43, so we have further to go. I don't remember either. I'll start keeping track.
Yeah.
And now it's at 40.
Okay. Great. Any other interesting dreams you guys want to throw out? What does Oliver dream?
Oliver dreams about being at home with Leif and enjoying a delicious dinner of trout that Polly came over and made for them. They have a cute little dinner party.
Ring, 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 ring.
In the dream?
No. This is waking you up. Ring, ring.
Ring,
ring.
Oh. And he like reaches. Can I have a fan?
Oh yeah.
Ring, ring,
You
ring.
got rid of 'em.
Ring, ring, ring.
Here. They're in my way.
Well, too bad.
Ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Oh, Oliver. I haven't heard from you in an entire day, and I was really
Oh,
worried.
Leif, it's so good to hear your voice again.
I
It's
was
been too
worried.
long.
I haven't heard from you, and I had
Have
a
you
terrible...
not been getting all of my letters? I've been sending one an hour for the last month.
No.
You haven't received any of them.
Oliver, that's not how it works on the
I
different
really need
continents.
Renlock told me that. Renlock, is that his name?
Yeah.
Renlock told me that if I gave it to the little gnome in the corner of his headquarters, that it would make it to you. Oh, he's lied to me.
maybe the gnome lied to you. Oh,
either
Oliver,
way,
you're
I
too
can-
trusting. I've told you this.
Well, I try to see the best in people. You know that about me.
I do know that about you.
I miss you, Leif. How are you?
Well, the forest is a lonely place, except for all the huge amount of critters.
You mean all of my people?
And all the owls, yes.
People.
But none of them shine quite as brightly as you do.
Wait, isn't Leif the big,
he's the giant tree.
Boyfriend.
Right? So this big thing is holding this tiny ass hand and just like jabbing to you.
I think like 2 squirrels actually hold it for him.
Great. I just wanted perspective for what was happening. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about?
Leif, shh, I'm doing a scene, please. Leif, I miss you so much.
All right. Well, Oliver, I do hope you'll find some time to come see me. I know that you're out exploring and helping the world be a better place and all, but do come back and see us.
I can't wait to tell you about all of my adventures, all the worlds I've seen so far, Leif. You would find them amazing. As soon as I have a moment, I promise I will make it back to you.
Well, Godspeed, my dear one.
My heart is yours, Leif. And then out of my dream, she dreams. She has a nightmare about the last moments when she left Kauta and when basically Leia betrayed her. And she has like a nightmare about the argument they have and being shoved into the portal and losing her Kaio and all of that.
Cypress?
My dream?
Yeah.
Tonight's a good dream. And they're not very often.
I think it was that. Was the date. Gave him a nice dream where his home was never destroyed, and he's the age he is now. But he's just home, like working in a field, and his family's around. And then cut to, and there's like a cute bonfire scene. And then you cut to, and it's like them at dinner in the house, and he and his sister have like houses in the village, and it's just like him and his sister like walk back and like have a nice conversation when he goes back to bed. In the dream, he like wakes up in real life.
So he's just like resting.
For him, it was like, oh, that would have been the nice
ideal
alternate reality.
Yeah.
All right, you guys have a good night's rest. Go ahead and take your rolls. Go ahead and take your abilities. You wake up in the morning, and as sun starts to break, you've been requested to meet outside of the council chambers. Are we ready to do that?
Can I retcon my night really quick for Tristan?
What do you want to do?
I want to give him a restful night with no dreams, so that when he wakes up, he feels maybe like his vitality has increased just a little bit. And perhaps that he can, attack twice per turn.
Yes. Just level up.
I'm just justifying my level
You're
up. From
finally
last.
well. After all the experiences you went through, being like kidnapped and tortured, that's certainly a life. That's a lot of experience. And so like then you did come back and help fight against the deity and all this. So you definitely earned your level up. But sure, maybe it's just taken a while. You had a lot of damage. You had a lot of like trauma.
Things heal. Yeah, like
But now that you like see it clearly, you're stronger than you were before.
Yeah, it's like you wake up from like major, like the day that you get to finally sleep after like a week of partying.
Mm-hmm.
And
in a group full of constant magic users, we literally have the first time any of our characters have reached a double attack.
Yay!
Which like, I don't want to like spoil it, but like fighters at high levels get triple and then quadruple attack.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so they're just like every
turn. Great.
Okay.
A fighter? I thought you were a paladin.
He's not a fighter.
Oh.
I don't know.
Fighter class. You mean
I don't
like
know if
people
paladins
who like
get,
swing shit and.
I don't know if paladins get like the quadruple attacks, but I know that you get.
I think you get like 2 attacks, and then you start adding on like divine smite, and then attacking, and then attaching something else to your sword.
Eventually,
so like
once
4
I can start
attacks,
using
but 2.
divine smite, which I can't use still. I was supposed to be able to use it 2 levels ago.
Am I gonna get a moment? Am I gonna get a moment to talk to Inara?
You can also kill undead like that.
Or do you want to move on?
No, if you want one.
Okay.
I mean,
so
we're eating like porridge and shit, right?
Yeah, it's morning. You're eating at
how
the...
about I take it to your rooms?
I actually think that they have a really lovely breakfast spread.
Okay.
Like,
so you haven't come down yet.
You're being
and
treated by the government.
Oh, true.
You know?
Yeah, this is like top tier.
Yeah.
This is like ambassador level.
Exactly.
This is
what
the nicest
did we all have
inn.
for breakfast? Adamaya gets a plate of lemon blueberry pancakes.
Ooh.
Right, they're actually Blemon Bellberry.
Yeah, they're delicious.
Lemon Bellberry.
And
Lemon
a nice,
And they're-
delicious spiced, a Fluflex spiced, cramoffy.
What?
That's exactly right.
Blue blah.
She out-clevered herself.
It was delicious. Okay, anyway, so I take a plate up to Inara's room.
This is what you take. You take.
Oh yeah, what do I take?
You
for
take delicious oatmeal. Like
Okay.
a really, really delicious, like cinnamon, milk.
It's
honey.
Miniman and Silk.
There we go.
Oh my god, we have gotten out of control.
Okay,
with
keep
this.
going.
Okay. And then I want a salmon pastry. Like a salmon croissant.
Okay. Oh yeah, he's not here. I was like, we gotta make sure that guy doesn't get
No,
it.
he's not going to be
He's not
kissing
here.
anytime soon.
I take one too. I could take a croissant too on the side. What do you want to drink?
Coffee.
They
Or
don't
if,
have that here. They have a fak fee.
Oh my
A fak
gosh.
fee.
can we just say like hot bean juice or something?
Ew, that's disgusting.
Why can't it
but
just
sure,
be
you
coffee?
can have the hot bean juice.
Yeah, the coffees aren't celebrities. Like, it could just be coffee.
Is the cinnamon a celebrity?
That's what I'm saying. We've lost our minds.
Wait, what about cafefe? Because we're
Cafefe.
Yeah.
Cafefe!
Cafefe.
We drink
Okay,
cafefe here.
everyone gets some cafefe. Anyway, okay. So I walk up and I have a tray and I knock on your door.
Are you upset that I didn't sleep in your room? I'm really sorry. I won't sleep in your room again tonight. I just needed some space.
No, I actually prefer if you sleep on your own. That's not why I'm here.
You're so sweet to try to protect me. I'll sleep in your room tonight. Come
Okay,
in.
that's really not what I'm saying. But anyway, and I come in with the tray and I put
my
it down
God,
on the
thank
bed.
you.
I thought you might be hungry.
I love cafefe.
They make it really good here.
Yeah. It smelled just right.
Roasted perfectly. I thought maybe we could talk about why you were so upset yesterday when you met
Alok.
Oh, that's what she was upset about? I thought she was upset
I
about
was upset
Siri.
about Ore.
It was.
Ore.
Yes, you're right. It was. You're right. It was Siri.
You seemed really upset when we met Ore yesterday. The Ore? Should we
Yeah,
say the Ore?
the Ore.
The Ore yesterday.
Oh, that's her title, not
It
her
is.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's her title.
I understand.
It came from something. We found the word.
I think
it came
it,
from,
heart.
Like,
I think it
hope or
means
something?
heart or something.
Heart, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, Cypress somehow knew I was upset last night and came in to chat with me.
Oh, that's
You
what
were
guys
visually
talking
upset.
about?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Thank you for asking. I think that I was not really prepared for a lot of the aspects of this world. And I think, like Jurakon, right? He can be defeated.
I don't know that he can. He's the god of chaos.
Right. Imagine if someone told you 1,000 years ago they killed Jurakon and he raised you.
Well, it's very complicated, but I know for the betterment of the world, he should be killed.
But
If he can.
I'm not speaking to the god of chaos's character. What I'm saying is, imagine if you were surrounded by people who really believed that Jurakon was dead.
Okay.
It would be an uncomfortable space for you, I think.
I can say maybe it feel complicated. I would want people to find peace and joy, and I think that they can only find that when he is God.
But he's not dead.
Right.
But they're saying that he is.
Okay.
So it's like, do you know what I'm saying here?
All I'm just wondering is if you're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Thank you for bringing me coffee. Is Ora your parent? No.
Okay.
No.
I'm
not that old. No.
Did she raise you?
No. And you're such a good warrior. And I love you so much.
Anyway, I do have something to tell you.
Okay.
And then I tell her the visions. Vision. Which is really strange because, I mean, it was so real. It wasn't like a dream because you had previous... Wait, she told me before I had the visions, right?
Yeah.
You'd
it wasn't
seen
like
the
a
images.
dream that because you told me. It was like I was there.
Can you ask everybody to... Can you message everybody to just come up here?
Schmigadoon.
I'm in the middle of a conversation.
With Oliver? You got
With
Oliver
Sartha.
The camera pans out and it's Thomas.
No, it's
Oh my
Sartha
God, his lips are
Muert.
big again.
Sartha Muert.
What is
Sartha?
She cooked this whole breakfast for us.
Oh my God, Sartha.
She works here.
Wait, how do you say it?
Just
Sartha
like Lara
Muert?
C.
Yeah.
Sartha Muert.
No, Startha.
Startha Muert.
Startha
No,
Muert.
now I'm sticking with Sartha. Sartha Muert. Startha Muert.
We have the Startha here. I did not realize that. No wonder this cafefe and
I'm
whatever
slip
I
slap
am-
is delicious.
I'm very high by the time I get to the room.
Okay.
Hi.
From Startha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And does Tristan come up? I only messaged the 4 mains. So
Yeah.
Linda and Oliver, no. They're not invited.
Yeah. I was up. I was in the courtyard practicing.
You didn't have the delicious breakfast?
I got up before it was served, and it's news to me as I walk through that it exists.
And you're like,
and I'm like,
damn it.
oh come on! and I try to think really hard to tell you, hold on 1 second, but I can't communicate like that.
I think you can actually send a message back.
send
Oh,
a
I can
message
respond?
back, yeah.
Okay. So I walk in and then
But
I'm like...
maybe it was like, you were like, yeah, I'll be right there, and then you come in and see it, so then you can't
Yeah.
message me back.
Yeah, and so then I just call out, 1 second! Yeah.
The thing about this is if anyone ever stays in a hotel or a B&B with this actual group of real people, this is what the mornings would be like.
100%.
Like, you would text the group like, wait, can everybody come up here? And Jay would come outside from being like, the morning is so amazing with his coffee. And he'd be like, there's breakfast? And we'd be like, the breakfast has been out for an hour and a half. And you're like, no, I just walked through.
That's horribly accurate.
Yeah.
Or I would be sleeping and then I'd wake up at like 10:30 and everyone would be like, oh, breakfast is so good. I'd be like, no!
No. Okay, so everybody comes up to my room.
Okay, great.
And I explain, because I don't think I told you the dream. I was like, can you just help me? So I explained the like walking dream
That you had last
dream
night.
that I had last night, and I relate it to a similar experience to your vision, where it felt like very real. I had real damage from it. I was very hurt from it, but it would happen when I was asleep.
Well, do we know about this
person?
This
Yeah.
person?
Do
Have
they
you
actually exist?
Have you
I
seen?
think they do. Yeah.
Well, we saw him in the picture, right?
Carissa scried for us. He's the man. Finally, we have a face. He didn't tell me who he was or what his name was, but he seemed to recognize me. And when I didn't recognize him, he got very upset and he hurt me, and he felt bad for hurting me.
He did?
Why
Are you sure he
saying
felt
it
bad?
like that? Why are you saying it weird like that?
Why are you saying
We're all like very
With a
turned
little
off by
weird
whatever
pow.
reaction that was.
Can you still feel him right? And I
he still
back up.
hit?
Can you still feel him?
No. And when I woke up, I could tell that the link had been severed, but it really was there.
No, but she actually had like physical damage. It looks like looked like a necromancer had
We got a
bitch
raid.
slapped her forehead.
We got a raid!
Welcome
in!
in!
We're in the middle of the story.
I hope you guys had a good... Just to catch up really quickly, I had a prophetic dream that actually... I had a waking dream where I was hurt. I'm
Ooh,
telling
which
everyone about
you're
it.
not going to tell them about in song.
Yeah!
Somebody do sing mode?
Oh, no, but isn't
we
a
got
raid worth
and
a
it's
little
good
singing?
occasion.
It is. It's worth it from our widest ranged singer.
Raiders, I just want to tell you guys that just bear with my first part because they sing really well. So just wait for them to join.
Oh my god, this is hysterical.
Oh my god.
he looked at me with his dark eyes and he grabbed my throat and it scared me. But my heart raced a little too.
Oh my god!
And then he asked me who I was. It's like he knew me. He was staring into my soul. But then he hurt my brain and he hurt my head. He dropped me to the ground and I woke up and said, ow! But I still have some questions about that man. I woke up here and Cypress checked on me. And I'm really glad you did.
That's
he was
what I
hot,
checked.
though.
That sounds abusive.
And I put 2 and 2 together and I'm like, am I the only one that hasn't talked to you yet?
Here, you haven't.
What has happened? I thought we were friends. You've bested me at every physical activity we've had since we've known each other.
So I tell them about my dream.
Okay, so you can't feel him. Sorry.
He's not here with us still.
You
The
can't-
link has been terminated. It is the same one who's...
Can you... If he was able to contact you, first of all, how and why?
Yeah.
Then second of all, if he does it again, can we reverse switcheroony on him?
Somebody probably could. I can't. I don't have that ability. It seems like it's sort of scrying. There is something called scrying where if we found a scroll of scrying, perhaps,
Sure.
we would be able to...
What about his location? Is there anything you can remember?
What did you see?
Well,
what did it look like where you
I'm
were?
pretty sure it was like indiscernible.
So you were like, your original thing was that you were taken by the tall one, right? And then you
Oh, yeah, he
contacted
took my
the tall one and he
hand.
touched you. And you
Yes,
felt
I
like
forgot about
vines
that.
growing throughout your whole body.
Yeah, so I tell you guys also about the Council of 12 Tall
Yeah,
Ones.
and then you saw the 12 tall ones. You saw one of them get eaten by these things. And then when that happened, this guy was there.
Oh, I saw him get eaten in my dream?
You saw one of the tall ones get like eaten by these weird tentacles that came from the sky.
Oh, I thought they just branched from him.
So in like the actual life, he like sent the tentacles
But
out.
I just see that it just...
In this weird world.
So it took over... It almost is like he interfered with my dream with the tall ones.
It's almost like you're like, yeah, something like that. It's like you saw what happened in a weird way. That one of the
And then I got tapped into him controlling it.
Exactly. Like one of the
Okay.
tall ones was like devoured and the world started to like kind of splinter.
Yes.
And then you were connected to him.
That makes more sense to me. Yeah. Okay. So I think what started out as I had no control over it. First, I was pulled into a dream where I believe it was a council of tall ones, and I think they wanted to communicate something to me. One of them got completely consumed by vines, and so did I. And
Was it the same one from the white square?
No.
no, different one. I recognize them.
And that you didn't, when you were in the library, you didn't read anything about
The tall ones?
Yeah, or
no.
or this
Permissa's
person?
Permissa's the only one that I've spoken to that has ever referred to them as that. And now that we're talking about it, we've all had an encounter with the tall ones. So I think it's something that we're learning about as we go. I mean, like, I'm going to keep looking for information, but I asked that tall one that was in Nox Fuse
Right, in
about
the
the
white
other
square.
ones, and I
Right.
didn't get any other information.
So it was after that your abusive lover pulled you into a thing and bitch slapped you with death.
He actually like grabbed me throat, and
I'm still concerned about the way you're talking about it.
sorry, I just got a little caught up in that memory.
I apologize. I've been a little out of sorts, and speaking with my what's happening over here? Oh.
What?
So all three of you were like reading.
Oh, I'm looking at you.
No, I have a lazy eye, and like literally one is always looking a little bit somewhere else.
I think wasn't that my joke for the
Yeah.
roast? You're like,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, eyes on me. Both of them, Garrett. Thank you.
That's exactly right.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
you guys are so mean.
Okay.
It was a roast!
Okay.
And he could have been meaner.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I could have said you dance like Bianca.
Okay.
or I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay.
I understand that you were very upset yesterday, and I'm sorry for whatever caused it. Has that been sorted out? Yeah.
I think
No, it really hasn't. I'm a little confused about it, but it's okay. I'm willing to let it go.
Give me a crack at it. I'll help you sort it out.
Oh my god. I don't know if you have ever been told that a god that you believe in died, but they're actually maybe still alive. It's
How do you know she's alive?
Can relate to?
Why?
Wait.
God
Before
you're
we jump into
referring
this,
to?
I want you to slowly walk me through this. So, the goddess that we spoke of yesterday,
Titania.
Oh, Titania.
is dead in
this world
that we know of.
I think she's left. What must have happened is that she's abandoned this world.
Okay, but why does it
What
upset you
makes
so much
you-
what other people think?
What makes you think that? Do you have knowledge of her whereabouts or her
aliveness?
Alternately,
you don't speak to Titania, but
I know, but can I just say, like, I'm not trying to hide anything.
No, you
at
can
this
talk
point.
about this.
No. So Titania, like, can I say my whole thing?
It's interesting that you called her Titania when everyone else here calls her Titania.
Titania
regional dialects.
Oh, that makes
is very close to the heart of my society. Titania is what built us and what continues. She's the reason we have such a long lifespan. She's the reason we are so learned in our magic. She's the reason our entire society exists the way that it exists. And she communicates with the members of my most senior members of my society regularly. Titania has a huge role in my life and the life of my entire community. And she's not dead. And to say that she's dead is blasphemous. Even though blasphemy for us, I mean, Titania has taught us to be accepting of everything. She's the creator of life, the creator of everything.
So then are you in direct conflict by being mad that these people don't believe what you believe when you're accepting of everyone and everything?
Well,
I'm not angry.
It sounds to me like she knows that a fact exists and that other people don't know all of the facts.
It's not that I am angry and that I'm going to confront anyone or start a fight or.
Might be kind of funny. You should try.
It's just difficult.
I think you should try
It's
not
just
to take
difficult.
it so personally, because I don't think any of these people are doing it to be blasphemous.
Sure. Thank you, everybody.
I understand that as an academic, the truth is what matters above all else. Is that correct?
Yes.
So you know that the truth is that Titania, for whatever reason, has left this plane of existence, but still exists where you're from. And therefore, the fact that these people are living in a world under the assumption that she is dead, it's not true. She's just gone.
And also, technically, in your land, she exists because she's there. And here, she's not here. So everyone here thinks she's dead because she's not here.
Right.
And that's all right.
Yeah, I thank you guys so much for...
if I never see you from this moment, I could be dead.
I don't think that we have to live and let live. I think these people don't know. I think we all don't know that there is something larger at work.
What I would say is that I am not going to bring this to any kind of head. I haven't made a scene publicly, and it's not my place to be... Oh my god, a herald.
What?
Nothing.
Huh?
It's not my place to try to be a herald to this entire continent about Titania. So it's just very difficult to hear so many... To see an entire civilization mourn a goddess who's still very much alive. It's just difficult for me, and I'm not asking anything of any of you.
I will say, though I don't yet have proof that what you say is the reality, I believe you. And I'm currently dealing with almost the exact same situation.
That's why I was like,
opposite.
When have you ever? Yeah.
And I know for a fact that we have, in fact, ruined and destroyed a goddess, and some people here are just convinced that she's stepped out for a bit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like Titania's not really like, Azrael. Titania's large and all-encompassing, and
it would be pretty difficult to kill her.
And for somebody in a position of power who's lived for 1,000 years to be lying to their entire people from holy tower on high.
Do you think that Cyrilla is malicious?
No.
Do you think that she has any reason to want to deceive us?
All I think is that she's been alive for a very long time, and 1,000 years can lead to a lot of misunderstandings.
What if she actually believes that she's dead and that's just what she believes?
Or what if a being so powerful to have caused such a great war 1,000 years ago, it might be better for people to believe that she's gone for good?
Also, what if me and you go get more breakfast?
Honestly, I haven't eaten at all, and I'd like to shit. And
let me just say,
I want to go eat.
I really appreciate you guys all coming to my room and telling me not to be so upset. Let's just all go downstairs.
Tristan, as soon as
I bet it helps to smile, and I think that's a nice thing for someone to do. That was a joke.
Tristan, you just get to that table of incredible everythings.
Yeah.
And as soon as you reach, the door bursts open, and Thomas is like, "We've got to go now. Come on!" And he grabs you and yanks you.
I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing me breakfast. I really needed it.
Off we go.
At the front of the town, Cyrilla is waiting with some of the other council members. She has been waiting for you. She says, maybe in your continent, it's polite to make people wait.
Didn't know you were waiting.
I said sunrise. That was 20 minutes ago.
So sorry, we had a really important matter to deal with before we came here today.
Understandable.
Didn't get to eat.
Understandable.
Brought you a roll.
It's a schmorl.
No, it's just a roll.
It's just a roll. It's just a roll.
Listen, the DM started it.
But I'm ending it.
Okay, Thomas is here. Miss Pickley is here. Some other officials are here. You guys head out and trek out about 10 minutes outside of the main capital to a large hayfield in the middle of some forest area. Ciri steps out in the field, signaling everyone else to give her distance. You watch as she kneels and takes out the spear that the tall one gave her. Instinctively, Ciri lifts it and begins to speak arcane text that makes itself known to her in that very moment. As she speaks, the spear in her hand begins to glow, brighter and brighter and brighter, until it explodes in light, which stops the caught-off guard Ciri from speaking and blinds all of you. Simultaneously, in Pacifica, a guard runs into the council chambers where Talk is mid-meeting. Now, Talk was the leader of...
That was the woman, right?
The Alliance.
The asshats or something, whatever their names are.
Not her.
I really keep... How did I mess this all up?
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
her.
Oh, her eyes. Her eyes.
They're just very liquidy.
One is different than the other.
She's very emotional.
She's very emotional. She's always about to cry.
Okay. Guard runs into the council members. Talk mid-meeting, jumps to her feet. What is it? The guard sputters out. Something happening to the north. Look for yourself. Talk turns around and looks out the window behind her to see the sky spiraling in on itself as if a massive tornado is forming, filled with sparks of bright blue and red lightning. What in the hell? It's not far from the Alpha Patrol flag. We can teleport over there and get a better look. And I'm going with you. And I'm going with you. There we go.
Oh.
Talk rolls her eyes, spinning around, although she already knows who's waiting. Renlock, this is official Alliance business. And last I checked, you don't work with the Alliance. Talk, whatever that storm is, it's close to us, all right? If Priam is in danger, don't you think we're better off working on this together? Talk rolls her eyes. Fine. Hurry up. Let's go. Renlock grins a cocky but charming grin to Talk, who has fallen victim to this grin more than once already. She reminds herself that Renlock is a weak spot for her, and she deserves better. She settles on a plan of action to be even meaner to Renlock. She turns and sneers. Your teeth are ugly. Renlock keeps smiling anyway. Back in Mithrandain, the boom from the blast knocks all of your hearing out as well, but as your senses slowly recover, you find that the field around you has significantly changed. You are now standing in a beautiful autumn garden that has grown in between 4 ornate and distinct portals that face each other in a circular pattern, or I guess a square, several hundred feet apart from one another. Rainbow-colored lightning blasts down and strikes one of the portal, which bursts open. Ciri is already standing unfazed in front of this open gate. Miss Pickley and Thomas approach either side of her, staring through with intense curiosity. You can see through to the other side of the portal, which you recognize, where you recognize a wavering Priam in the distance.
Oh. But the other 3 are not activated yet.
The other 3 are not activated. Ciri and the others are sitting there talking to each other.
Do we see the same sky that Priam sees?
So you see...
Because they saw like a swirling craziness.
Mm-hmm. You actually don't see much of that. Because you're kind of underneath all of that. And you see in the distance Priam. So you would recognize it right away. I think all of you would, really. So they've opened up a portal to Pacifica.
And they did it with with
the Talon's orb.
Yeah.
On the other side, Talk and Renlock burst out of some portals, as do about 24 armed guards who begin taking defensive stances around this portal that is opening up on their side as well. Ciri and her advisors step through the portal. And as they do, they are greeted with spears and spells that are ready to blast.
Oh.
From Priam?
Yes.
Okay,
They're on defensive stances. You know, well, so they're basically, this came out of nowhere.
Totally. They're protecting the...
Yeah. They don't know what's on the other side.
Yeah, what the fuck is it?
Yeah.
I want to step forward.
Yeah, can we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of want to go
the 4 of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like
wait.
behind
No. We're okay. And we see Renlock, right?
You would see Renlock.
Renlock, it's us.
We're waving the
Call on the telefan. Call on the telefan.
Oh, goddamn all the gods. Oh, my God. Stop. Put the weapons down. What the flip are you all doing here?
Well, we found another portal, like you wanted us to.
We've connected. We found our first connection. Our first circular loop back to Priam.
And who the hell is that? Pointing to Godslayer Ciri.
What? He wouldn't know?
Well, they don't know what she looks like.
Okay, sure.
Renlock, may we introduce you to one of the mythical Godslayers
the Godslayer herself, Cirilla.
Silence befalls the whole field. Talk, jaw drops. Renlock's jaw drops. Some of the guards fall down to their knees and start praying.
She's actually kind of cool. Also, don't be weirded out by the fact that I'm Australian now.
What does Siri do? I feel like she should be the one to speak.
Siri raises a hand and says, "We welcome you from the kingdom of Mithrandane. From the province of Mithrandane. We come in peace. We hope to restore this world to its former glory. And I believe that the first step come between announcing ourselves and making allies." Talk steps forward. She says, "The Alliance would be honored to have a Godslayer." Renlock steps forward. "Don't join with the Alliance. They're really stuck up. And Talk turns. She goes, "Renlock, absolutely not right now. You are not doing this in front of a Godslayer." He said, and Renlock goes, "Has anyone ever showed you a telefan?" Someone take out the telephone. Hey, or answer me.
No.
Okay, well, this is going to change the world, man. And you should... I could have a Godslayer on my team.
I would like to walk up to Renlock, Tristan, and just kind of put my hands like on his shoulders.
All right.
And just say...
all right, we're going to talk about that later.
Just for now, listen.
Don't even get me started on Tuliports. All right, we'll talk about that later. Goddamn all the gods.
Goddamn all the gods.
Okay, so during this monumental meeting, which I think more of the councils of both sides come and they just have an initial discussion where they really would just set terms for an official meeting. But while this is going on, Inara, you are pulled back for some reason. Perhaps because your friends are blasphemers.
I'm physically pulled back?
No, you're just like separate from the group.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You walk through the portal, and as you're in your own little world, you notice that the stone you were given is glowing. And the runes that are inscribed around it are lighting up.
Oh.
And as you feel that, you kind of look at the portal behind you, and it also kind of has a like faint energy and a hum about it.
Oh.
And as you're staring at it, you swear that for just a second, the portal blips and you see dwarves in light up clothing dancing to a club beat.
Oh.
And then it flips right back.
Can I, Arcana?
Sure you can.
What'd you get?
Something happened. She got a
I'm
10.
using my inspiration.
What'd you get?
Using your inspiration?
A 10. Oh my god, I got a 12. God damn it. Okay, I'm using my portent.
Okay, and your portent is?
A nat 20.
A nat 20. Wow. Come on. You critical success.
I showed her.
She did. She rolled a 19 and then a 20.
A 19 and a 20. What?
Your two portents are a 19 and a 20?
I hate it.
But I used my 19.
Okay, now you've used both of them. All right, with a nat 20. Yes, this thing somehow dialed you into a different portal.
Right.
Wait,
but I sort of can understand how it works.
As you think about it, you were hearing some strange rhythm in the background that just made your mind drift to Dostaklub for just a second.
I see.
And when it happened, the portal swapped for a bit.
So can I think of the... I'm going to try to think of the war during the tree toots and hold it and look at it.
Meg Kroon bursts open.
Okay.
No one else is noticing because there's an epic treaty being created right now.
I run over to the group.
Which side of the portal are you on? Are you still in Mithrandane?
I think so. Right?
You tell me.
Did everyone walk over to?
Yeah. They walk through to like help
stop the.
To stop.
So
the
maybe then
we're still on this side. We're just
no.
like,
you guys are on the.
We crossed over through to Priom.
Oh, I didn't want to do that. I
Okay.
wanted to stay on this side and just like be like.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to step in front of the people on our end.
But I think they went through the portal. I think the people on our side.
Your side went through.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So then, yeah.
Yeah, and you guys can see what happens on the other side. So you can. It's not like it's like a black cloud. You see
like
them.
a window.
You see them on the other side
yeah.
with an army. So like you know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Okay. So
wait, how many of us are in Priom? How many of us stayed in Macron?
I probably trailed along. If all of you guys went across, I probably trailed along like behind you slowly, and then it would be maybe when I went through the portal that I felt like the resonance, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sort of just standing like right on the other side of it, and I run over to you guys.
In Priom?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I sort of run over to you guys. I think I can take us through any portal we've been to. With this, and I bring it out and I show you.
Oh.
Like a Kaio?
Yeah, I don't know what that
you
is.
Don't need do you need a portal to use it?
I think we need a portal to use it, and I like.
What do you mean?
I'm like, can you see this? And I turn to it, and I think again of Macron.
And Macron pops open.
And do we see it?
Yeah.
And Oliver's like, oh, wow.
And then I think again of Dosaklu.
Why?
Think of the burst open.
Think of the village. Think of the village.
I think of Wallachia.
Wallachia.
And I run. I don't even think twice.
Wait, I follow.
I run.
Oh,
I can't even help it. I
grab
run.
you,
too.
and we all run.
I'm not done yet.
I grabbed you. I grab you.
No, but I want to have a conversation with Siri.
I grabbed
think
you.
It's important that she knows about Judakan and the shit that's about to happen.
Well, we all ran.
You see your group. You see your friends. You see Wallachia open up. You know that you also have to get there because your Kauto is there.
So how
but
about
you see this portal open up. You don't know how stable it is, so you would have to be the one to make the decision of like, do you follow your friends, or do you want to stay?
Ooh.
I mean, can we just do a thing where I kind of look back at Siri, we make eye contact, and Siri has some, because she had message too, has some crazy message now.
Yeah.
And like, I can share with her like through a memory of what is happening with Judakan so she can get caught up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So I send all of that to her, and she doesn't say anything, but I just sort of feel like a supportive, like warm feeling, and like an understanding, and she nods. And then
It's like magical adrenaline.
But it's not adrenaline. It's more like
No, it's like when your adrenaline hits and your strength hits up, and you can like lift a car and shit. Like magical for telepathic thing you already do.
Sure, but I think at the end of the day, it's like it feels like okay, she knows what's going on now, and like it's almost like a thank you for telling me, and like, and then I run to my friends. I don't know though. I kind of wasn't done with her, to be honest.
You know.
You don't have
You
to
can
be.
stay.
You guys
can go through any portal you want now and go back here. You know.
Okay, I'd rather stay then, and fucking everything I just said.
Okay.
I'd rather stay because I want to have like full conversations with her and like learn from her because maybe she can tell me about a way to attack Judakan or to keep him or keep myself hidden from him or something so he doesn't keep following me.
Armaya, you see your friends open up a portal. You see them experimenting. You see them get an idea, and the portal opens up to some island state. I don't know that it immediately is obvious to you. Maybe it is.
That it's Wallachia?
Yeah.
I would know, right? Because that's...
You've been there, but you went there for like a day, 10 years ago. So.
Okay.
So they open up and they go through, and you start to run after them, and then you stop. Something inside of you stops you. You turn around. It's just something you have to know from Siri. And you decide to stay, and as you do, the portal changes back to normal.
I knew it.
Can I just get a sense really quick of like
is Oliver
Linda
and
there? Oliver? Yeah.
I mean,
like,
I can
you're
see
with
Oliver
Linda and
goes.
Oliver.
Okay.
So Linda and Oliver have crossed over to Priom. They see the people run through the portal. They don't go either. I don't think Linda would go.
We also all have telefans. You can just telefan us and be like, "This is what I'm doing."
I think Oliver would go. He would follow them.
Do you want to send Oliver?
Yeah.
Oliver continues on to the season arc, and RMI.
Because he's never been there. He's never been to Wallachia, so that's like a new place for him to like explore. And
Secondary
he's
characters are always welcome.
Yeah, Linda stays with her. She's staying with Ciri, kind of watching the diplomacy. And clocks everyone running. She's like, "What's happening?" And then it changes. She's like, "Oh no."
She's like, "Bye."
Renlock wants to talk to Linda. You are the mysterious beauty that I saw in the telefan.
Oh, don't. I grab a fan and I'm like, no, don't. And it like rings and rings and rings.
and then like out of nowhere, like out of a like puddle, Sprout somehow just appears and he's like, now you stay away from her.
That's a good Sprout.
That was a very good Sprout.
Thank you.
Is it really Sprout for real?
Yeah, he definitely teleports
He's in
over.
Priam, right?
He teleports over because like now. Oh no, he's here. That's right.
Yeah,
He's
here. He's caught up to Renlock.
Oh, I scoop him up and I kiss him massively.
Linda, it feels like it's been 1,000 years since I saw you. It's been less than a day.
Yeah,
I think.
it's just been. Yeah, you left the battle so suddenly.
I was terribly embarrassed by you learning about my great grandfather's terrible secrets.
Did that happen?
Yeah, we did something where he saw his terrible excuse to leave the episode was that at some point we made a joke that he saw his like grandma in a porn or something.
Oh my god,
or his grandpa in a porn. Okay, we can come up with a better thing. I'm sorry, Linda. I just felt that I.
Don't say anything else. Don't speak. It's all right.
I was a danger to you. I was a danger to both of us.
No. The battle was fine. It was fine. We won. We won.
Oh, I was so worried.
We won, and the goddess Cirilla came back. Apparently, it's a really big deal for everyone who hasn't grown up with her. And now
I'm sorry, the Godslayer Cirilla.
Oh yeah, she's right there.
And he like accidentally turns into a like bear.
Yeah.
And then he like sneezes himself back into Sprout.
Yeah.
How embarrassing.
I understand this is your hometown, right? Is Sprout from here?
Well, I live in the forest, but now I'm trying to get used to staying in Priam with Renlock and the others.
And then just really quickly, once the treaty is finished, show me around.
Molly. And okay. Renlock.
It's a good Sprout.
Renlock gets a little disappointed look and he goes, well, I see that you are already spoken for, ma'am. Which is great news because that means I can offer you a job. How would you like to explore the world, to see adventure, to see the new things no one else has ever even dared to dream about? Because I'm putting together a new team of portal explorers, and I think you'd be perfect.
And I just, like, absentmindedly just pluck all of my strings. And I'm like, see the world? Yes! Yes! And then ruining the treaty conversation. Yes!
Meanwhile, Cyprus, you are the first to bolt through the portal. You feel the familiar island warmth that you haven't felt in over a decade. The smell of fresh crag is in the air.
Oh my god.
It immediately takes you back to your childhood. The last thing you did here was eat your mother's crag soup. The day that your home was attacked.
Oh.
The day Jurak Khan and his army, including Aramaya, attacked. What are you feeling?
I start running, and like before I'm even through the other side, like my eyes just start welling up, and I'm like a magnet to my house.
Ugh.
Now,
there's
what's the condition of the village?
You look around immediately, searching for your home, and you very quickly realize that Wallachia is made up of several islands, 5 of which are populated. Your island is the smallest of the 5; it's the farthest north. You quickly realize you are on the southernmost island, which is the largest of the 5. But
figures.
assuming you can find a way to travel by water, you're a couple days journey away from your home.
Oh my gosh.
Well, luckily, I can turn into water creatures.
You sure can, but you can only do it for an hour at a time.
Well, I can do that, and then I'll sleep in a log, and I'll keep going.
We'll talk about the plausibility of that plan. Armaya is not here. Oliver, how are you feeling?
Oh, this is wow! Look at this land. I've never been here before. And he's like writing in his
Tropical
memoir.
plants,
he's
desert.
Like,
it's a beach.
palm trees.
Yeah, it's very tropical.
Day 27. I don't know how many days it's been. Day blah blah blah.
I find myself through a portal. I found myself after going through a very magical portal using a merry blah blah blah.
And he starts writing down everything that's happened to him.
Inara, you have seen a future vision of you running into your sister in this place. How are you feeling?
Wait, I thought it was the tower.
She has a vision of her fighting her sister on the tower. Well, it's never been confirmed that it's her sister. Just a woman that we suspect is her sister. However, she saw a vision of her sister running through Wallachia and her chasing her.
Yeah. So I'm pretty eager to get to Wallachia, and I cannot tell that it is not the same place, and I am feeling hopeful as I think we are just a few paces away.
And as you all...
Fuck Tristan? Do we not get to know what he feels?
Oh yeah, Tristan. How do you feel? Tristan, there's really nothing significant for you.
I mean, no, not really. No, I'm just concerned for him. So I'm chasing this one down the beach, and
Wait, where do we pop out? Sorry.
So you pop out of a pretty big... You had known about this portal. There were 2 portals in Wallachia, one in your village and one in the very south. Mm-hmm. Yours was destroyed, by Jurakan. And so you knew there was another, which has kind of been why you've been searching for Wallachia, because you knew there was a back door somewhere. And so you know where you're at. You're at this, but just like all the portals, it was a known landmark that didn't do anything until 10 years ago, and then they started working. But this one didn't activate. Your other one did.
Right. So I kind of pop out of it, and then when I'm running, because I forget that it's not the same island, I kind of stop. And there was already streaming tears, but I'm quietly, I didn't want anyone to see it. And then when I realize that I'm at the furthest island away from it, I just kind of fall to the ground and have a moment. Emoting. Sorry.
And while I watch you from paces away, giving you space, and I look out over the water and the beach, and I remember when my whole retinue and Kental, we were my best friend, and I had just recently joined that day before the Knights of Lagreen, and my first assignment was what ended up being the attack on Wallachia. And I sit down on a log and I just give you space, but I look out over the water and I think about
Dexterity saving throws, both of you.
Oh
gosh.
What?
Whoa, what's about to happen?
Oh my god. Roll for initiative. Oh fuck me, my dex is so bad. Okay, here we go. 9.
Cypress?
13.
Both of you are darted in the neck and pass out. As a Jurakan soldier. Sorry, a Shadar.
Wait, I want my inspiration. Can I do my inspiration?
No, it's too late. You let the sentence end and go. Stands.
Shinarkai is my race. It could be anybody.
No, Jutar, the Jutar army.
The Jutar army, yeah.
A Jutar soldier is standing there in full garb with his weapon drawn.
Oh.
End of episode.
No!
You're right. Bad guys.
That's
bad.
how we feel too, Hudson.
Okay.
God, it's a trap.
Oh, it's even worse for you guys.
Yeah.
Maya's not there.
I mean, we have Oliver and Inara. They didn't get shot in the neck.
No,
we got 2 druids, a time wizard, and a paladin who can't divine smite.
Talk to them.
Well, you're gonna find out when you telefan us, and you're like, where the f is you?
My
yeah,
God.
I just feel it was really important that
We can
she
teleport
talks
and
to
get her.
Siri.
especially about the pearl. Like, I'm just gonna tell Siri about the pearl.
Okay.
Well,
I was not. I just think it was more beneficial to stay there and try to secretly.
I think you should always feel free to do that, especially when you can justify your secondary character taking over the story, because that's kind of the fun of the secondary character.
Oh, Oliver's game.
Yeah, that's kind of the fun of it. I hope that you guys actively use your secondary characters a lot. Okay, great. We're done for the week. Good game, everyone.
Crazy
Good job.
episode.
Everyone, great job staying in character. We did almost the whole episode.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Fun.
Very cool. I love that. Congratulations. You all win.
We win!
Yeah. Okay, we will be starting a new campaign next week.
No, oh my God.
Oh, God.
Roll for new characters.
No.
For Girls in Games this week, I don't know if we have anything specifically planned, but tune in on Thursday where we'll be doing some fun stuff and probably answering as many questions as we possibly can, but we don't know a whole lot of the answers.
That's kind of fun, though. You guys can go...
We can theorize.
You guys
we can
can
just
go
sit
fan
and theorize
theory.
with you.
Yeah, go fan theory what all of this is about.
Yeah.
And, like, what it means and what's happening.
Yeah.
So come join us on Thursdays. We've made a whole bunch of TikToks for you, so like them and share them and spread the word and spread the love. And again, just thanks for sticking with us. We love you guys so much. It means so much to us.
Thank you, Jason. That's a lovely way to say what we all feel, and we hope to see you all on Thursday.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Hudson too.
Bye.
Bye.
Born from the stories whispered in dead of night. They burn our pages, but we're damned to survive. We flirt with dying, cause the fear tastes like wine. Heathens creep like demons in the moonlight. They hate our morals, we don't play by their rules. We live by a loaded die in this sick game. We're your favorite misfits and we're coming for the glory. Love to hate us cause it's scary that these rejects could be legendary. Come and have a taste, a tiny bite could poison your fate. You should know the brave, they don't fear the grave. We are the natural ones. The holy hypocrites are on their black thrones, or righteous renegades who come for their crown. We risk a roll for our souls, and we raise a drink to soothe the sting that death brings. We're your favorite misfits and we're coming for the glory. Love to hate us cause it's scary that these rejects could be legendary. Come and have a taste of time.